I'm extremely excited about the opportunity to play indoor soccer.
One-touch shot and goal!
That was arena soccer perfection.
With an absolute golazo! Goal! As good a goal as you can see. We welcome you down on the field, Pechanga Arena, San Diego, the site. It's the MASL Pacific Division Final tonight. Game 2 of the best of 3. San Diego with a road win in hand, trying to close out the Tacoma Stars. Alongside Nate Abarrea, Craig Elston on hand with you. We've got an exciting one tonight. Let's get right to it. Last night, a 6-3 win up in Tacoma for San Diego. A testy physical match, which included a blue card against Craig Childs for a blow to the head of Vince McCluskey. This foul was appealed by the Stars this morning to the MASL, and Commissioner Josh Schaub has ruled a one-match suspension for Craig Childs. The captain's out of the lineup tonight.
The suspension perhaps debatable. The circumstance doesn't allow for Sockers to debate amongst themselves about any of this. They have to move on with life, and it's got to be next man up for the Sockers team. Who's going to fill those scoring boots of Craig Childs, the all-time leading scorer for the Sockers team? Will it be Brandon Escoto? Will it be Leonardo de Oliveira? Or will it be those defensemen who can also score goals for the Sockers, as they did up in the Pacific Northwest last night?
4 of the 6 goals for San Diego came from the back line. The Sockers won for the first time all year with neither Childs nor Escoto netting a goal. Cesar Cerda sure picked up the slack.
Cesar Cerda, arguably Defender of the Year in this league, at the very least in the conversation for all MASL first team. And Cerda truly showing that total football mentality last night, doing it all at both ends of the pitch. And the Sockers might need a bit of a repeat performance from Cesar this evening if they're to truly get things done.
Because the Sockers, who held the Stars to 3 goals, did something very important last night. They kept the captain, the head coach, the leading scorer in the MASL, Nick Pereira, off the board completely. They're going to have to try and do something like that again tonight.
Nick Pereira is one of those guys, though, you can keep him quiet for 59 minutes and he'll pop up in minute 60 and score a brace. You keep him quiet for a game or two, he'll pop up with a hat trick when you least expect it. He's got so much sauce, so much style, and he really represents the ethos of this Tacoma team, and he's definitely someone the Sockers have got to keep an eye on tonight. If they can keep Pereira quiet, I think they make it through to the next round.
Landon Donovan will be in the lineup for the Sockers. That and more roster news with Melissa May on the other side of the break, plus kickoff. Happy to have you with us on 11 Sports USA. Rally towels waving at Pechanga Arena, San Diego, as we are moments away from kickoff now. Craig Elston, Nate Abaurrea with you on 11 Sports USA and Twitch. The Sockers in their home blues, which melt to gold, yellow socks. They'll be running right to left across your screen. West to east here in Pechanga Arena, San Diego. Tacoma wearing their whites with the yellow and orange diamond pattern. The navy midriff, the white shorts, the white socks. They will go left to right. Ryan Sigic, the MASL Director of Officials, is our lead referee on the floor tonight. 15 minutes are on the clock. Boris Pardo versus Danny Waltman. Leg 2 is underway. The Pacific Division Finals from San Diego, California. This ball for Pardo to punt out to midfield, intercepted by Leo, starting if you missed the open, and we'll discuss it, of course. Here's a nice ball for Ruiz, and just a bit ahead of him for Waltman to capture, but Craig Childs suspended for this game too for an elbowing foul last night in Tacoma. Philip Lund suspended for game 2 from Tacoma for an elbowing foul in Tacoma. Both players would be eligible for the minigame if it comes to that tonight, meaning the Sockers win, they advance. If Tacoma wins this match you're watching right now, live nationwide and worldwide on Twitch, then there will be a mini game to follow. A short break and then a 15-minute match, not golden goal, 15-minute match for game 3. If it's still tied, it would go to golden goal overtime. Here's Derek Johnson into the lineup. That ball caromed around for Pardo to capture. Opening minute, first quarter. Craig Elston, Nate Abaurrea. We had to scurry Melissa May off the field because we were right on time and then some for this game tonight here in San Diego. Here's Pardo. Dumping one in for Taylor Bond, the ex-star. Turning to the right foot, and the ball taken off his foot. And Waltman possesses. Jonathan Greenfield working in the corner. Now the Stars bring it forward. The run is for Nagel. And the ball is just going to creep over for Pardo to capture.
Good early going here. Both teams kind of feeling each other out. It's got that early round boxing feel to it. Nobody really throwing any haymakers early on. A couple of jabs at most. Danny Waltman flirted with danger a few times up in Tacoma last night. A close call there just moments ago. Brian Farber. The Sockers definitely got to keep the high press on Waltman tonight. See if they can make it pay dividends.
Here's Cox shooting one in wide of net. Nagel's shot to the short post. Pardo was there to capture. 12:42 to go in the first, just settling in. No score between the Sockers and the Stars. Last night's score was 6-3 San Diego. I think a big part of the reason why 3 was on the other side, the man you just saw, but now Pollo stolen away by Nick Pereira. Guerrero Pino in the middle trying to defend as the double team comes on Nick, bounces it off the corner carom, and Pardo is there to take it away. Guerrero Pino had missed 8 consecutive matches. Drew back in last night, had a really rough first quarter, it could be said, but then was dynamite the rest of the way and will be playing a pivotal role as far as the Sockers can go in the Ron Newman Cup playoffs.
Shook off the rust. Definitely a bit of a rough start for Guerre last night. Once he got going, he was right back into the zone he was in for seemingly this entire season. Such a big boost for the Sockers to get him back.
Donovan chips it into a corner. Eddie Velez was going the other way. He comes spider monkey move into the corner, and the foul is called on El Vaqueros, playing in the lineup for his dear friend and fishing partner Craig Childs, who is watching from the locker room. Ramos sends it back to Danny Waltman. Waltman was on point last night. Pereira brings this one down on Waltman's distribution. Contreras draped on him. Foul called. Free kick coming for Tacoma. Contreras could get in trouble there. Sigic is going to have a word as Conte moved the ball pretty fast. And now set-piece defense situation. McCluskey's on the back post. Keats lurking to right wing. Greenfield up high. Ramos is waiting at the red line. And Pereira seeking motion. Sends it through a partial dummy, but Greenfield got a touch, unfortunately for him.
Sockers break away. Cesar Cerda, 2 goals last night. Cerda on the run. From behind, now it's Velez. Settle, shoot, scores! Time for a sombrero dance at Pechanga Arena, San Diego, as El Vaquero gets the rally towels flowing with Primero tonight.
Gets the towels waving and just gets people smiling from ear to ear. There's a good vibe in this arena right now. Already was from opening kickoff. And Eddie Velez, El Vaquero, one of the veteran leaders in this squad. After Cesar Cerda did a whole lot of work to get that thing upfield. Squeaked it over to him in the end. And a cool, calm, and collected finish. Roofed past Waltman with the side of the right foot there. Outside of the right foot. Little tres dedos action on the half volley. Beautiful stuff from Eddie. And the Sockers have a 1-0 lead.
That may not sit well with the visitors from Tacoma. It is a celebration if you may be new to this sport or these teams. That's something Eddie Velez has done throughout his career at home. Grabbing Cowboys sombrero, Cowboys Salazar, who is now brandishing his Eddie Velez jersey right next to the Stars bench.
Eddie Velez also just tried to toss a water bottle to Boris Pardo moments ago, and the water bottle actually exploded when it hit the ground. So
it's a wet patch.
There's a bit of a wet patch right where Brandon Escoto and a little bit further up from where Boris Pardo is right now. Boris just shaking his head saying, keep scoring goals and maybe we'll get someone else to throw the water bottle next time.
Here's Bond. This ball caroms off a key player in last night's affair, Christian Gutierrez.
Oh, what a goal. I mean, you talk about catching a ball sweet as could be. It was a great camera angle, actually, where the camera was positioned up there in Tacoma. The angle that you got just in live play there of that Christian Gutierrez goal, it was just caught so sweetly. All laces, kept it low. Beautiful goal.
This ball long for Christian, who has stepped into the back line for this team admirably, draws a foul here. Now, the other lineup news that Melissa May would have delivered had we had a bit more time to cushion is that Luis Pee Wee Ortega was wearing a warm-up jacket during much of last night's game. He drew out for this one, and Juan Gonzalez in. But Christian Gutierrez is the man taking regular turns now in the back line along with Pino, Cerda, and Contreras. Here's Leo, chesting it back to Brandon Escoto. Strangely quiet last night. Just one assist.
I think he'll have something to say tonight. Escoto, especially in the absence of Childs. They're going to need Brandon in this game, rest assured.
He could have had 2 or 3 others setting up Childs on shots that Waltman made dynamic saves against.
Watching out for Gutierrez on this possession.
Here's Escoto, beating his man, shooting, scoring! Childs has something to say after all! It is 2-0.
Well, credit to Brandon Escoto. The Tijuana Fiesta popping off on a Saturday night in SD. First Eddie Velez, now young Brandon Escoto, the MVP, hopeful. Escoto drives this one with menacing pace, but Danny Waltman is going to certainly feel like he should have done better there. Not sure if you'd call that lettuce hands or just an episode of invisibility there. Waltman getting up, disgusted with himself. A couple of the Tacoma defenders coming over to pick their keeper up, who's picked them up oh so many times throughout this season. Always important to remember that. But Danny Waltman is going to want that one back.
Pressure
right
here.
Through the palms.
Yeah. That'll give Leo the assist. They will change that. Leo will get the assist on that play. That is for sure. This ball dumped into the corner. And Cerda will bring it down, who has a helper already. Pittman turning on the wall. And the foul called on the mid-wall for San Diego. The underlying subplot of this match, well, there are multiple tonight, Mr. Abarea. Here is Cerda. His shot is blocked. Rebound in the corner. Contreras field goal kicking up high. But let's talk about the key one that doesn't involve fouls and suspensions and anger and emotion. Let's talk about the true physical necessities of travel and recovery. These teams played 23 and a half hours prior, pardon me, in Tacoma, Washington, not here in San Diego. They do not have charter flights. Both of these clubs flew commercial this morning through SeaTac Airport to Lindbergh Field. Contreras on the diagonal pass accepts from Cerda. Working on the southern wall. He gets pushed from behind. That's a foul. And a stern talking to for Jonathan Greenfield, but no card issued by Sigic. Then, Nate, the matter is one of recovery. Which team's training staff can find the way to get these legs, some older than others, back fresh and game ready the same day? Here's Contreras. He shoots! Waltman on this, hips. That time a great save. And a great throw out. Ramos could not bring it down. Cerda working in the corner for San Diego. 8:45 remaining, first quarter. 2 goals for the Sockers. Velez and Escoto. And a 2-0 lead.
I mean, you talk about a sweet catch right there off the foot, and then literally a sweet catch there in the end by Waltman. That was a more difficult one than the shot from Escoto, and he lets the one from Escoto go in. And he actually manages to get down and get everything behind that bender there from Raimundo.
Leo from Pollo.
Go figure.
Leonardo de Oliveira going to work the majority of the minutes at forward tonight, alternating with Bond and Velez. Those two are taking alternate shifts. Leo's taking every other shift.
So good to see Guerrero Pino out there. It's almost like hasn't missed a beat apart from that rough start in the first quarter. Just seeing him out there, the presence of number 5, sorely missed when he was gone.
Leo, double team comes, bounces it back. Iram Pollo Ruiz. Pino lines up, that shot blocked by Antoniuk, who sold out for that blocked shot. Deep end getting it rolling. This ball through a thicket of stars, played back to Waltman's feet.
See Pino.
Is Farber.
Get this one over to Farbisi. Anxious to see Farber really come alive in this game. Some great contributions last night up in Tacoma. Brian Farber, who was seen by many a people on television over the last few days, looking pretty as ever.
Choras.
Farber, along with some humble broadcaster, was also featured in that television special that we'll talk a little bit more about as the broadcast carries on.
Can't say enough about Tom Catlin.
Yes.
My man Jake Minger over there. Jacob Santos at Fox Sports San Diego. Great piece. I think arguably one of the best pieces I've seen edited and put together in terms of storytelling about the Sockers in a long time, if ever.
One Brian Farber and one Craig Elston, both featured prominently in that fine piece. A few other great interviews. Craig Childs had some great things to say in that special, and just so great seeing the Sockers right in the same conversation as Padre baseball, Aztec basketball, whatever it may be, sports in San Diego, the Sockers right at the tip of the tongue of any sports fan in this great city, this great county, and this great cross-border region as well. Two Tijuanenses with the goals tonight. Oh, Nick Pereira.
Play on as he just takes down Pittman, and then Gutierrez comes back for the dispossession. Kyrell settles a bouncing ball and attacks. Joseph Kyrell. The touch toe poke there by Ramos, easily swallowed by Pardo.
We're talking about sports in San Diego. Nick Pereira saying, don't forget I'm a San Diegan.
Here's Escoto. Brandon to Bond. Taylor Bond back to Cerda. Contreras. Here's Pollo. Pittman. This one knocked around for Antoniuk with Bond all over him. And Contreras works the ball loose. Bond goes down looking for a call. The call goes the other way.
Wow.
And that's a warning for embellishment right there from Sigic.
Well, okay then.
Taylor Bond took a lot of hits. And you know what? Only because he's 6'2".
Waltman out of the goal here. Look out.
There's Ruiz. Pollo on the move. Has a man behind him. Bond on the dance. Lost the ball. McCluskey has it. 4:45. Next whistle would be an official's timeout. You would
10
think.
minutes. 10 minutes and change have just zoomed by, Craig.
Yes. After the Sockers got those two early. Out of bounds. What's the ruling here? It is defensive clearance and official's timeout. Did I see that correctly? If so, the Sockers get to plot and plan before going to the top of the arc here in San Diego. And that is indeed the case. We take a timeout as well. Sockers up 2, looking for more when we come back on 11 Sports.
Gear matters. Introducing the all-new 2019 Ford Ranger. It's the right gear with a terrain management system for this, a bash plate for that, an electronic locking rear differential for, yeah, this. Heading to the supermarket? Get any truck. Heading out here? Get the Ford Ranger. The only adventure gear built Ford tough.
Is your credit card debt driving you batty?
We're going up! Just like your credit card fees and interest rates. Always fear, the debt suckers are here.
One call to Consolidated Credit can get the debt suckers off your back. Consolidated Credit will lower your interest rates, consolidate your bills into one easy payment, and get you out of debt fast. Call Consolidated Credit and get your life back.
Call 800-207-4423. That's 800-207-4423.
Free kick San Diego with a 2-0 lead. 4:32 to play first quarter from Pechanga Arena. Christian Segura backs up for Escoto to score! The elegance and power of Brandon Escoto once again bringing them to their feet in San Diego.
Goal number 1 for Escoto, we'll call it the M. Goal number 2, we'll call it the V. Still waiting on a third letter, but what a start in this first quarter for Brandon Escoto. And you see the finish there. Top shelf, thing of beauty, upper V. And this Tijuanense theme tonight continues. Velez, Escoto, 4:31 left in the first quarter. 3-0 San Diego. What a start. Looks like the road to the conference finals is already being traveled down.
Stars need to find some answers and fast. Escoto watching from afar as Landon Donovan looks to track down a loose ball. Donovan across Contreras. And at 4:08 remaining in the first quarter, the Sockers enjoying a 3-0 advantage at home. Pardo. Bobby Cressy getting folks ready. As the 11th minute walks off, Derek Johnson working from the wall back to Pablo and Pereira. Long ball connects. As the Stars using the floor only, playing some futsal right now out there. Pereira working around Donovan, asks for and receives the foul call.
Oh man, what a matchup. What a matchup that was. I don't know if I've enjoyed a routine foul as much as that one all year.
Well, Nick will tell you they're both have been captains of a U.S. team.
U.S. national team captains Nick Pereira and Landon Donovan.
Correct.
Factual statement.
One beach soccer, one the men's national team. Donovan draws the foul.
So Landon gets called for a foul and then receives one in the span of about 15, 20 seconds there. Nick Pereira, such a great sense of humor and a wit about the man. And when you play as long as he has, he's only 32 years old, you almost think he was older in terms of the amount of connections and the different arenas of the game, quite literally inside here in the Major Arena Soccer League, but the beach game, the futsal game, the quote-unquote outdoor game, Pereira has got connections everywhere he goes, everywhere he plays, and no different here in San Diego, where he grew up, by the way.
12th minute working out. McCluskey double teamed in the corner. Segura gets in there. How about that little artful spin of the ball to get it to his teammate Cerda? However, less artful, the over-the-back shot, which happened to go over the wall. Top of the arc time for Tacoma.
That almost stayed in, too.
It really did. It was a matter of inches from being quite beautiful, but on that, it's zero-sum. You either make it or you don't. This is where Nick Pereira can shine.
It's also where Adam West can shine.
And that's what he did last night. This is what he'll do tonight. He'll score again. Adam West, the lefty who's so hard to stop and has really had San Diego's number in the limited games he's been able to play due to injury. He has scored for the second straight night to make it a 3-1 affair now.
Boris Pardo peeved on this one for certain. And I feel like Boris is leaning as a result of Nick Pereira standing over it. He got the wall where he wanted it, and then what happened here just goes right under the Sockers wall, and Farber knows that he's got to do a little better there, but the Sockers kind of just gift one back to Tacoma. Credit to Adam West, though, right as we're talking about Tacoma's number 21. He scores, cuts the deficit down.
Walman was waiting for that ball. Here's
we got
a
here?
chance for San Diego.
Wow, gift right back.
Yes.
Regalito right back in the hands of the Sockers.
Can San Diego accept this gift? Keep in mind, the guy who is normally the power threat number one on every free kick. He's watching for the locker room. Segura will try into the wall. Donovan settles. Donovan shoots. He hits right post. Rebound! Just high by Gutierrez. Escoto sees room for a moment. Through 3 to Christian, fighting and still winning the ball. How about that work at rate? Now, Segura, wide. Donovan says, tranquilo, I have it.
Nice.
Leo. Escoto.
It's a fun unit right now.
Yes, sir. Leo, Donovan back post. Leo didn't have the arm. Escoto now. Two steps. Wow, the wiggle, the stop. Oh, he's got him out of their seats even without taking a shot.
Almost broke his own ankles in the end of it, though. It's got so much sauce, he almost drowned the whole dish there.
Minute 45 in an eventful first quarter. Pino. Nowhere near the physical, nature of the match. These teams, as mentioned, that travel situation is a real thing. These bodies are trying to get back to game form. The adrenaline's there, but the legs are tired. Here's Keats. Danny Walton. Across the line, now he can send it to the wall. Bounces funny.
Unlucky.
Pardo gets the ball. Gonzalez was put to the turf for a moment. As we get to the final minute of the first quarter, 3-1 San Diego. Pardo sends it wide. Pino slipped, but the ball wasn't going to get to him anyway. Now McCluskey sends it through Greenfield. It bounced off Hansen. High pressure continues. The Sockers are going to high pressure Tacoma until the matter is decided, because it's worked, and it's worked just about every game that they've played against the Stars. There's Pereira doing Pereira things. Stolen by Poyle. Here comes Hiram. He's dropped to the turf. The foul is called.
Just a routine foul on Nick Pereira there. I say that with a bit of an upward inflection at the end. Let's see on this replay here. I mean, tactically speaking, you could say it's worthy of a blue card. I don't know if there was that much contact there, so it's okay with just the foul in the end of it.
Pino out. Gonzalez misses frame.
Soccer's getting nothing out of it in the end of it. So in the end, a very smart professional foul by the player coach Nick Pereira. Look at Pereira and Pino right now. 50 yards away from the ball right now, just going at it. And here they are. And they're going to call who?
Pino.
They're going to call Pino? Well, Pino and Pereira.
It's a big boy game right there.
That is a grown man battle right there. And Pino pleading his case, understandably so. May have been guilty of undercutting Pereira just a little bit. Nick did actually go up to play the ball there, and I think that's why the foul went against Guerre. But there's going to be a lot of 50-50 contact between those two. I mean, they were jostling for position as Waltman still had the ball.
The tap, the bending shot, man open, kick, save, Pardo! Oh, a thing of beauty late in the corner.
Wow. Point blank. Point
Scissor
blank.
Kick save. Left off for Ramos. The power but wide. Chips it top. Another chance. Serda's there to block the shot as the horn sounds. Tacoma shows late fight. But the Sockers came out storming. Velez, then Escoto twice. 15 minutes complete from San Diego. The Sockers leading the Stars 3-1, and we're back with more of the Ron Newman Cup Pacific Division Finals next on 11 Sports.
Califino, treat yourself to the fino things in life.
Is IRS debt affecting you and your family? If you received a wage garnishment notice, a bank levy, or have unfiled taxes, or if you have an existing IRS debt of $10,000 or more, you need to make the call.
I made the call, and Paramount gave me peace of mind.
Paramount Tax Relief. We're here when it counts the most.
I made the call.
I made the call. We made the call.
For a free consultation, make the call today.
Is your credit card debt driving you batty?
We're going up! Just like your credit card fees and interest rates. Always fear, the debt suckers are here.
One call to Consolidated Credit can get the debt suckers off your back. Consolidated Credit will lower your interest rates, consolidate your bills into one easy payment, and get you out of debt fast. Call Consolidated Credit and get your life back.
Call 800-207-4423. That's 800-207-4423.
The right gear matters. Introducing the all-new 2019 Ford Ranger. It's the right gear with a terrain management system for this, a bash plate for that, an electronic locking rear differential for, this. Heading to the supermarket? Get any truck. Heading out here? Get the Ford Ranger. The only adventure gear built Ford tough.
Back with you from San Diego. The San Diego Sockers leading the Tacoma Stars 3-1. This is game 2 of the best of 3 Pacific Division, final. The Western Conference final coming up next week. 3-1, not 3-2. Why? Boris Pardo, Nate.
Watch this at the back post. You're thinking desperate lunge. That's a tackle that Guerrero Pino would be proud of. That's a tackle that Raimundo Contreras would be proud of. That's Boris Pardo saying, arena soccer goalkeeping, you got to be versatile. Know how to play with your feet. I mean, that was a center back's challenge there, saving a goal. Gloves were of no use in that situation. Kick, save, and an absolute beauty.
Sockers got the first 3 goals in the first quarter. Tacoma came back to outshoot San Diego in the quarter 5-4.
Here's Donovan waiting on the restart. Back to Contreras with pace, and Pardo will marshal the troops. Sockers running left to right in the second quarter, Stars right to left. As Bring you the action from the north side of Pechanga Arena, San Diego. Bouncing ball forward for Leo. The target goes to work. Back to Serda. One of the best two-way players in the MASL. Escoto.
Was really case in point of that last night up in Tacoma. That was as well-rounded of a game as I've seen from any Sockers player. Of course, there's Sockers players who are tasked more with just offensive duties.
Leo off the wall, looking for the return. Contreras took a tumble. The foul is called.
Wow.
That's a call that's going to go one way or the other, and it goes San Diego's way for a dangerous kick now.
Okay. There's another big opportunity for San Diego.
Contreras, great job crashing the net.
We're going to get a chance to look at this right here. Just a little arm swinging back. I don't know if that was just inadvertent kind of tangle up there. Tough one. Tough one. Now it's up to the Sockers to take advantage. Here you go.
Escoto, who has 2 already and 1 on a free kick. Looks like the primary choice. Leo's on left wing, and then who knows from there. Escoto to Leo. This shot is blocked. And a couple of set pieces have gone begging for the Sockers. However, on the deflection out of bounds, San Diego gets a corner kick now. Segura with Donovan back on the pit. Here's Escoto letting it go through. Too high by Gutierrez. 2 good opportunities.
And Tacoma doing a good job kind of weathering the storm. Trailing 3-0 in this game, now at 3-1. A couple of big opportunities to make it 3-2 there.
Escoto winds up sending the ball for Pereira in the corner, and this is going to come through for McCluskey to score. A bit unlucky for San Diego, but the Stars convert, and all of a sudden it's a 1-goal match.
Just like that, end to end. Talk about a couple of opportunities gone begging for San Diego, and Tacoma counter with a purpose. Quarterback Danny Waltman says heave ho, and it's goalkeeper to a inadvertent flick to wall to goal in a matter of just a few seconds. And a good finish in the end there from McCluskey. And Tacoma from 3-0 down have now made it 3-2.
That's Nick Pereira's first point of the series. And the Sockers now know they're in a fight. I think as this ball comes back to Farber, he's going to stutter step in. Turn, shoot! And Waltman saves it. Gutierrez put it low, but it was blocked by his own man, Bond.
That was that clean catch with the right foot there from Gutierrez. Similar to the one last night.
Here's Boyle trying to jump on that ball. Last second touch by Hansen to keep possession for the Stars. Pablo Ramos cuts it, looking. Pereira accepts, turns, shoots for the equalizer, and the save by Pardo.
Forget weather and the storm. Tacoma are the better team right now over these last few minutes.
Pino. Trubon squirting. Wow. There's Waltman for a sprawling kick save.
I mean, after a couple of howlers in the first quarter, that one's going to just stay in. A howler from each goalkeeper, really, by their high standards in that first quarter. And since then, this has just been Boris versus Danny in so many ways.
Pino's ball brings Boyle into the corner. Pittman challenging Pereira on the wall. So's Pino. Look out here. Pereira to the floor, wants to get up and say,
love this.
Everybody keep calm.
Love this. I love that. As we're talking about that individual battle already tonight, the killer P's out there for each side. Guerrero Pino and Nick Pereira.
Guerrero looking for Leo, but it's headed back to Danny Waltman.
That was a situation that could have erupted into an all-out brawl, everybody getting involved. Pereira got up and was the first one to say totally inadvertent.
Yep.
2 professional grown men giving their all, and we collided. End of story. Love that from Nick Pereira.
It's Dan Antonia trying to leave it for the runner. Johnson shot blocked by Serda. And Pino leaves it for De Oliveira. Through 3, spins the ball back. As if that's not hard. Johnson's hot pressure. Pino has to juggle the ball in the corner. Now he sends it forward. Chested by Pittman to trap and collect. Pollo. Pittman goes down, takes a blow.
Late contact there to Pittman. And kind of Selin being a little shaken up himself. He might actually be a little bit shaken up there, Joseph Kyrell, but Kyrell also may have committed a foul. And you see, it's actually Pollo coming over, being the main attorney at work here, having the conversation with the official. And we're going to get a second look at this right here. Watch this challenge from Kyrell late on Pittman. Pittman finds the ball. Kyrell comes through, leaves it in there, and, you know,
he could be a carded foul, to tell you
he
the truth,
bruises
Nate.
himself a little bit, and you see Kyrell there.
It might have been inadvertent knee-to-knee contact, but it was also
still,
contact after the ball was loose.
Joseph Kyrell may have gotten away with one there. Now, I say gotten away with one purely in the sense of a blue card, because there also might have been knee-to-knee contact.
Yeah, he's paid a price.
So no embellishment here from Kyrell, but that doesn't change the fact that that certainly could have been a blue card foul, and I think that's exactly what Pollo Ruiz is coming over and saying to the officials. But it looks like Kyrell is going to get back up to his feet and be able to walk this one off.
Fans, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at San Diego Soccer. And tonight, as we had a lot of love with it last time, we are inviting you to follow us. Follow us at San Diego Soccers, and if you do, we're going to pick a lucky few. And should the Soccers prevail this evening, they would get an opportunity to catch the next match. So follow us at San Diego Soccers on Instagram and on Twitter, by the way. You'll get unique content on each. From outside, Pino off the wall. Waltman reads the angle. .11:34 on the clock. McCluskey's on the floor this time, and looks like Serta drew the whistle. So now we're starting to see that physicality kick up again. And we've seen the score narrow as well. So much on the table tonight in the center of the pot. Greenfield's long shot, pass wide. Leo's going to try and let the ball do the work. Sent it through to Pittman. First there was Peterson for Tacoma.
Hey, what Antoniuk was in a really good position there. And it's kind of a center target forward. The ball just rolling away from him with also cruel spin. Thought he's going to have a free shot in front of net there.
Waltman looking in the air. Pardo has a man all over him, and he gets the ball. And has a word to say to Sigic. That was Antoniuk again. Donovan's on the floor for San Diego. 10:52 to play in the first half. Soccers jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Nate made the note that Tacoma has handled run of play to some extent since. San Diego would like to turn that around as Velez draws a foul. And he's having a word for Greenfield. Contreras directing traffic. Shooting high. High shots have plagued the Soccers over the last 10 minutes, Nate.
Yeah,
that one's in the goal signal.
I was trying to just turn on the red lights all by themselves. Just blast the siren and see what happens.
The arm of Waltman on display. Off the head of Pereira. How about that target? Escoto's got the chance to touch here and get it to Gutierrez. There's pressure. Sends it long and finds Velez. Eddie with Farber on the run. Farber shoots. Save Waltman. Shoulder, it looked like there from live play.
Fundamentals from everybody there. Farber did a decent job.
On the steal. They've got numbers again. Escoto.
Yet again. Waltman was positioned there, ready to make a sprawling save, and he didn't have to. Way over in the end.
Tighter muscles will force you to shoot higher too. Tired legs. We're not making excuses again. This is a factor and a critical factor in tonight's game, and it's one that we're continuing to learn what the answers will be, minute by minute. Which team will have the endurance? And the question in the second quarter is not the same as the third or the fourth. Or a fifth, if need be. Pittman. Here comes Travis. Pittman barrels into his man and falls. We've got a man down behind the play for San Diego. And it looks like it's Escoto.
Escoto had gotten into it a little bit with Kyrell, and Kyrell was actually just jawing with Christian Gutierrez there for a moment, and I'm not sure what happened to Escoto. It was well behind the play, the way he went down.
Let's see if we can catch something on replay.
I don't know, it might have been, we see
Escoto's
Kyrell.
working the wall.
Kyrell and Escoto right here. Escoto just right there. Oh, maybe a little reach in from Kyrell, but didn't look like all too much.
I saw him pointing to his face when he was talking to Paul Savage. Phil Salvaggio trying to keep his side calm as well. Now again, if you're late into the broadcast tonight, the Sockers' 10-time consecutive goals leader and captain and all-time franchise goal scorer, Craig Giles, is suspended for this match, as is Tacoma's Philip Lund. Separate incidents, both involving the elbow last night, or at least alleged elbow. And I'm saying on both sides. I'm not trying to paint for one side or the other. Point being, both not ruled as beyond a regular foul or carded foul last night. Both reviewed and then changed after multiple levels of review today by the MASL. And that has spirits high and sour prior to kickoff. Trust me, the Sockers were not happy to hear that news. And Tacoma surely was not happy to hear about Lund. And then if you noticed, when Tacoma was introduced, they did not come out. They waited until beyond the required time tonight to turn in their lineup cards. They waited till completely the end of their announcement and then ran out in the dark together as a group. Kind of reminded me of the Patriots in that first Super Bowl when they did that. Then the Sockers score early. Eddie does a dance at midfield. 3-0. Looks like San Diego's going to take a walk in the park tonight. Back comes Tacoma. We've got ourselves a real dogfight here again. And if Tacoma wins, then it's one quarter with this goalie against that goalie to decide who wins the series.
Of course, Craig Giles would be back on the field.
And he would be back in the field, and so would Lund. But they must watch and wait, just like the rest of you watching on 11 Sports USA or streaming on Twitch on the 11 Sports Next channel. Bond let the ball go through. Foul was called. Bond was pushed through the wall. Taylor Bond, it must be said, by the way, I thought last night played his best and smartest game as a Socker. I thought he was a key part of that win and that defensive effort. Segura now. Another free kick chance. Can the Sockers break their little mini slump on this in tonight's match? Segura. Laying out for the block. McCluskey. Second bite by Pino was blocked.
Bad contact there from Pino, but everybody is laying the bodies on the line right now. Can't hold anything back, Tacoma. Playing for their season lives right now.
Bond on the dance. Drew enough men, makes the run. Pino's going to play it opposite to Christian. Under 9 to go in the second quarter. The shots have been much lower volume than last night. Bond working in the corner, chipping it, bringing it down. Segura tips it. Gutierrez trying to put it in traffic, then he'll put it into the upper netting. Last night, the Sockers outshot Tacoma, according to the Kent Washington Accesso Showwear Center statisticians, 30-11. And Waltman was credited with 17 saves. Ball hopped out of bounds, and it'll go to Tacoma. Here's Cox. In there! Perfect wall ball pass. We are tied. Nagel, the MLS star from the Sounders, Lamar Nagel, has tied it at 3.
Lamar Nagel saying, I ain't the only former MLS player in the building, but I am the only one with a goal thus far. Off the wall by design. Pino gets beat there. That's Guerrero Pino getting beat by a fraction of a second. Crafty move there by Nagel. Talk about being newish to the arena game. Clearly, Nagel knows how to work the walls there and play the bounce. That was just a case of heads up forward play in arena soccer. That was Futbol Rapido at its finest. Off the wall, straight to foot, back of the net, 3-3.
So Rafael Cox the assist. You get 3, we get 3. Now let's play again. An attempted steal on the pressure from Ramos and Kyrell. Ramos still on the hunt. He's got a chance here. Something's got to be called, and it's the foul on Ramos. Cerda says, what's going on? I've got the ball. He's grabbing me from behind. Where is the Azul?
3-3. Just like we saw it at 3-0. San Diego allowing Tacoma, and credit to the visitors.
Yes.
Talk about them weathering the storm at 3-0, and then they just got hot.
They could be ahead right now, but for Parda. Boyo wanted Farber to get the touch there. It came to Waldman. And the crowd has noticeably settled in here a bit. Bit of nerves right now. McCluskey as one of the 3. Back to Johnson, lost the touch. West, McCluskey, Nagel, 2 on restarts for the Stars. This ball left a little heavy.
Oh, no!
What happened here? McCluskey and Leo both down. Blue card has been shown, and Leo is in some pain. I think he's the man who got the card.
Yeah, and McCluskey caught one right in the chops. And I can't judge intent from way up here, but I can tell you that contact was made. And
now
after what we saw,
is trying to plead his case as well. See what
let's
we
see
can
it here, Craig. We're going to see it right here. It's a swing back from Leo.
Yeah. Yeah. And got up. Well, Leo's in the box. Tacoma's got a chance to take the lead.
And that shot that we got there, guys, just down on the side of the pitch, that was the moment I want to come back and see a little bit more of if we can, because McCluskey really got up immediately and got down into the face there of Leonardo de Oliveira.
And now he's stick. Keep in mind, McCluskey's the man who
right.
the child's foul was against last night.
Right.
And it was a hit to the head.
Be curious. Again, the way.
And that's what Pereira's talking about.
You might get a chance to see up close at the very end here. So you see this one poked back. He goes in here, and it's the swing back with the right arm here. And it was right after this. And watch on this camera angle down right there. And just what a shot this is from our crew. And you see McCluskey immediately getting up right there. And then, you know, all hell's ready to break loose. Contreras comes in. Great work there, guys. On the production side, Contreras actually coming in, kind of just clearing things out. And that could have been ugly. McCluskey hopped up, very angry, understandably so after what he went through last night, what he's going through now in this game. McCluskey certainly not making any friends with San Diego.
We got to take a break for the network. Timeout, power play next. me when we're in. Three tie and a power play coming for the Tacoma Stars as it's gotten physical in the second quarter. A trip to the Western Conference Final is on the line.
Your attention, please. San Diego penalties on number 11.
And a 2-minute power play against Leo begins.
Contact above the shoulders. A 5-minute penalty.
This is Farber trying to jump on Pablo up top. Pablo da Silva, the longtime indoor vet, won championships with the Wave in the early 2010s. There was a descent penalty I heard in there.
Descent penalty as well on Leonardo de Oliveira?
And Velez is serving that. Ramos looking for a head or a shot into the corner, and it just missed.
Yeah, so Velez serving that 5-minute penalty for the descent, but 2 minutes for Leo for that swing back to the head of McCluskey.
Yeah, Leo didn't get the descent then, otherwise he'd have it. Into the box. Farber knocks it down. The return pass by Contreras put Cerda in trouble, but not anymore. Farber trying to run on that ball. Pereira is a step ahead. Pollo into the action as the first minute of the power play elapses. Minute left. West, the dangerous left footer. Pereira. Pollo on patrol. Pablo right back to Nick Pereira. De Silva down low. Ramos, Pablo. Pereira. 43 on the power play. West trying to step for his shot. Challenged by Cerda. Cerda gets back up. To the middle. Pablo. Ramos. Settles the ball. Contreras gets into him. Slides. Ramos back and forth. Now left wing. Pablo settles. Pablo crosses. Ramos shoots. Blocked in the middle. Pereira takes a step out right wing. It's West. There's Pardo when needed. 21 on the power play.
It's frightening sometimes. It's downright frightening. That ball sits up for the left foot of Adam West. Boris Pardo not frightened in the least. Brilliant save.
Pereira has the corner kick.
Thank you for all that you do.
Sends it out to Pablo. The roll back, dummied for Pereira. Cerda's working on him.
I'm watching
Chipped
West.
out. Here's Ramos.
No?
Ramos shot off the wall.
Wow.
Contreras, 8 seconds left.
Guys, I didn't try to work it back out. Adam West, there's an acres of space on this near side.
Well chipped. 3 seconds until the box opens for Velez to come out. So it was on Leo. Now I understand. So full strength, but Leo must wait another.
Leo's got to sit the whole 5, yeah.
So basically the rest of the half. Kyrell beats Cerda to the corner for the moment. Off the wall. Coming in Peterson! That one blocked by Contreras. Under 5 in the second quarter. 25 minutes complete from San Diego. 3-3 tie. Sockers won last night on the road, 6-3. That game was 2-2 at the half. Contreras, errant touch, chipped over the wall. What do they call it? It's going to go to the top of the arc. And here's a chance for Tacoma to take the lead. Two restart goals for Tacoma tonight. West, the man to the right, has one of them. Pereira shoots! Save Pardo! West! Skipping wide. Another chance. That one squirts wide. And Pereira finds the ball, falls, draws the call.
Oh, wow. What a save moments ago from Boris Pardo. Questionable decision there. That last foul call, but another set piece opportunity for Tacoma. A bit tougher of an angle. Pereira crafty in drawing that foul. We'll leave it at that.
Ramos steps over for Pereira. Sends it. Here's West. Pardo again!
Adam West.
Ramos. The second step to the steal. Can the Sockers break? Unfortunately, no.
Just Farber kind of taking it off the foot of Pollo there.
Pablo, 4:08 to go in the half. Pereira's pass to the middle, deflected around, stays in play. Pino's warding off Johnson and draws the whistle and the common foul.
Attention, please. Will members of the Sockers D2 team.
4 minutes left to play in the second quarter. 2 goals this quarter, both for Tacoma. The second and fourth quarters have been Tacoma's best scoring quarters. Here's to Velez. Blue card on West. And the game can turn on a whistle, and this time it's West going to the box, and the veteran Velez drew the foul. Taken down from behind.
Clear as day. West knew it immediately. A big chance for San Diego. Jump back out on top. It's a dangerous challenge there. Velez could get rolled up. Hopefully everything okay. Velez immediately back up, trying to pump up the crowd over near the Sockers bench. Great sight here from El Vaquero. Velez, turn and ringleader. Love it. Love the attitude. How can the Sockers respond? This power play unit, one Landon Donovan back out on the pitch.
First power play of the night for San Diego. They went 0 for 2 last night. 40% on the regular season. Much better since Donovan joined the team. Of course, no Childs for this second game. Escoto, he's out there, 2 goals already. Donovan will run this power play with Christian Segura. Donovan, Segura, cuts it low. This shot chipped, header try, and hits the carom. Now Bond, another try, just wide on the left-footed bid.
Taylor.
Oh. And a foul called outside. Bond wants so dearly to score against his former team.
Agonizing, not once, twice.
The joint of post and crossbar. Donovan has him moving. It's Gutierrez in the corner. 2 Christians working on the night before Easter. Sockers had a good Friday. They're hoping that Saturday will work out well. Donovan. It's Segura. It's minute 2 on the power play for San Diego. 2:48 on the halftime clock. Donovan creeping, cutting. Segura shooting, deflected, and Bond once again tastes agony and post.
Almost flicked that thing in.
Big bump by McCluskey on Segura.
Segura right back up. Segura right back up off the boards. That was awesome. Look at McCluskey throwing a hand into the chest to Landon Donovan.
Escoto. 35 on the power play. Across, it's Landon. Cuts it. Gutierrez puts it into Waltman. Maybe a shot for Landon there. He's
Maybe.
looking to pass all the time.
Maybe.
Good throw out.
Look at this.
Keats has his man. Can he get it there? Ramos instead will pursue wall pass. Donovan knocks it down, not out. Gutierrez has it now. 15 on the power play.
No chance for one more rush here.
Escoto's the man to rush. Ramos is going to try and stay with him and ward him off. The pass forward, Gutierrez. Back, Segura. 4 seconds. Send West out. Here's Escoto. Here's Escoto! Oh, just wide. So many close chances that didn't come through for San Diego. West is out of the box, and he's got the ball for the Stars. He's shooting high from half field.
He always was. He had not a shadow of a doubt in his mind what he was doing there.
Here's Chodas, who's just played 2 minutes on the power play. Some reinforcements out there, but Bond's still rolling. Gosh, Bond, so dangerous. How did he not score? It's a lot easier from up here, as he'd remind me, and he's right. Antonio. Pittman. Coming forward. Pittman off the wall. He's hoping for the runner off the bench. That's Velez, but Waltman got there first. Great effort, though, by Bond. Boy, did he play well in that power play. I thought that was a good power play for San Diego.
It was.
Not a obviously great one because they didn't score, but it was a good power play.
But a good power play.
Final minute of the half. Gutierrez. Escoto under pressure, poked from behind by Nagel. Pittman trying to run on it. Will play on. Escoto with 42. This has been a very long shift for Brandon. Brandon is going to come off and give his mate Pollo 30 seconds. Pittman is going to knock it into the corner. Now we're at that 30-second mark. Contreras was hoping for the ball. Pereira got there first. Tip loose. Pittman gets it loose. Gutierrez has Pollo coming around to the left. Sends it back to the right. 21 seconds. Contreras. And once again, my goodness, that high kicking to this first half has been an infection that spread through the Sockers bench.
It's been an issue. It's definitely been an issue.
The long chuck. This time Pereira couldn't get ahead on it. Kyrell charging in. Pardo shoots it down the middle. Ruiz, his runner Gutierrez, who's been out there a long time. Velez comes in for support. 8 seconds. Can Christian shoot? He'll tap it. Can Pollo shoot? He waited the moment that he needed to shoot. Ramos now says, my turn. Saved at the horn. 3 for San Diego, 3 for Tacoma. 30 minutes complete from Pechanga Arena, San Diego. Nothing decided whatsoever. A 2-0 quarter for the visitors from the Pacific Northwest has made it a 3-3 score. Halftime shots decidedly in favor of Tacoma, with 9 in the second quarter to San Diego's 5 and 14-9 on the 30-minute count. We'll be heading down to the floor momentarily to hear from Phil Salvaggio, along with our Melissa May. Phil, as he always does, family first, heads over to greet his lovely wife Leslie and his family in the crowd. Daughter's in for spring break from college. Those joyous moments of reflection for Phil. Finds a smile even in the most trying of moments as a head coach, and now he is walking at his pace to our broadcast location, as we'll see the Sockers and the Stars into halftime after we hear from Phil and Melissa down on the floor. And as soon as they get into position, gentlemen, let's put them on the air.
Coach Salvaggio, I know it's been a quick turnover from yesterday to today's game. How did you keep your team sharp for tonight?
We're both in the same boat, so we traveled at 5:30 this morning, so we're all tired. So hopefully it ends up. That's why we let them back in the game and giving up 3 goals, after having a 3-0 start. So.
What are some easy adjustments that you're going to hopefully make going into halftime, coming into third strong?
We're going to try to keep the ball more and make them run around, so we tire them out.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Thank you, Melissa and Coach.
And thank you, Melissa, for the interview downstairs. All right, we're going to go to halftime now from Pechanga Arena, San Diego. We got a good one cooking, 3-3. A rivalry heating up between the Stars and the Sockers. Halftime next.
The right gear matters. Introducing the all-new 2019 Ford Ranger. It's the right gear with a terrain management system for this, a bash plate for that, an electronic locking rear differential for, this. Heading to the supermarket? Get any truck. Heading out here? Get the Ford Ranger. The only adventure gear built Ford tough.
My name is Blair Underwood. 3 years ago, I started taking Omega XL as a part of my daily healthy lifestyle routine. It's changed my life. I'm here to share my knowledge about this amazing supplement. Omega XL is a natural omega-3 product that is very effective at reducing pain due to inflammation. I rarely endorse any product, but Omega XL is different because it works.
Omega XL is effective at relieving pain and the symptoms of inflammation, including swelling, daily aches and pains, back pain, and swollen joints.
I'm not weighed down by the burden of pain. It's changed my life. Omega XL, it works.
Start taking this product and you're going to be really happy with the results.
When you're in pain, that's all you can think of.
Omega XL offers a 90-day money-back guarantee from the date of your first order. Call now and you'll receive a bottle of Omega XL absolutely free with your first order.
You don't have to accept living a life with pain.
Call now or visit us on the web.
Welcome to the MSL Plays of the Week.
Cash in the ground, it's the sound of another month of paradise. Walls turning to frictions, burning like breath. This time, it's mine as the axe within. I begin to build my walls of underline. I'll win again, 'cause it's mine. 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 Heads are turning, walls are burning, others are learning to cry. The heads are turning, walls keep burning. I hope they're learning to die, 'cause it's mine. Mine. Mine.
My name is Blair Underwood. 3 years ago, I started taking Omega XL as a part of my daily healthy lifestyle routine. It's changed my life. I'm here to share my knowledge about this amazing supplement. Omega XL is a natural omega-3 product that is very effective at reducing pain due to inflammation. I rarely endorse any product, but Omega XL is different because it works.
Omega XL is effective at relieving pain and the symptoms of inflammation, including swelling, daily aches and pains, back pain, and swollen joints.
Oh, I'm not weighed down by the burden of pain. It's changed my life. Omega XL, it works.
Start taking this product and you're going to be really happy with the results.
When you're in pain, that's all you can think of.
Omega XL offers a 90-day money-back guarantee from the date of your first order. Call now and you'll receive a bottle of Omega XL absolutely free with your first order.
You don't have to accept living a life with pain.
Call now or visit us on the web.
Is your credit card debt driving you batty?
We're going up! Just like your credit card fees and interest rates. Always fear, the debt suckers are here.
One call to Consolidated Credit can get the debt suckers off your back. Consolidated Credit will lower your interest rates, consolidate your bills into one easy payment, and get you out of debt fast. Call Consolidated Credit and get your life back.
Call 800-207-4423. That's 800-207-4423.
Is IRS debt affecting you and your family? If you received a wage garnishment notice, a bank levy, or have unfiled taxes, or if you have an existing IRS debt of $10,000 or more, you need to make the call.
I made the call, and Paramount gave me peace of mind.
Paramount Tax Relief. We're here when it counts the most.
I made the call.
I made the call. We made the call.
For a free consultation, make the call today.
San Diego Sockers 2 being honored at halftime down at center circle, the champions of MASL 2, the developmental league for the Major Arena Soccer League. Here, the Ron Newman Cup Pacific Division Finals. Game 2 of the best of 3. San Diego won last night 6-3 in Tacoma. Tonight's affair halfway through is a 3-3 score. How'd we get there? Let's watch a couple highlights and see a quick start for the San Diego Sockers. Cesar Cerda with a spirited run, setting up Eddie Velez in for the suspended Craig Childs, who's out for a review of a blue card from last night for Game 2. Eddie makes it 1-0. Then it was the Brandon Escoto show with a pair of goals. Escoto coming through not once but twice. First in the run of play from Leo. Beautiful step over. Paul Wright to the left side is what you see right there. Speed, attack, pushing the ball in front, first to get to it, and the one-touch rocket to make it 2-0. Free kick would follow for San Diego. A restart top of arc. Escoto, no mistakes. 3-0. But then Tacoma would come roaring back to get 3 of their own. One came on a top of the arc restart. It was in fact the second in a row for Tacoma. San Diego had defended the first, but the second bite of the cherry turned out to be good work by Adam West. West said, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to shoot right through this wall? Okay. And right through Pardo and 3-1. That got the Stars the taste of a comeback, and then they worked on it in the second quarter. As first, Boris Pardo made a brilliant save to keep them from drawing even closer before the end of the first quarter, a sweeping scissors kick. But then it was Tacoma's turn to come back again. Long distribution, and it's an unlucky touch off of the head of Brandon Escoto. Pereira pursues, wall pass, finish, McCluskey, 3-2, the score there. Lastly, on a corner restart, after Danny Waltman showed some of his characteristic brilliance and the Sockers came tantalizingly close to scoring, at 3-2, Tacoma would get the equalizer. It would come on this left wing restart right off the wall by Cox to Nagel, one touch in. 3-3. Let's cut the highlights right there as Melissa May is standing by downstairs with our assistant coach Renee Ortiz. or we could let them play through, and we'll see instead as the horn sounds. Go.
To make sure that you bring it out at the end of this half.
Well, I think we better be more smart, not making fouls inside our own box. We're giving them a lot of chances on free kicks, setup pieces. So we just got to be smart and get back in the rhythm of the game.
What was their message to your team during halftime?
I think we just need to wake up and get the same energy that we started the first half.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
And now we are ready for third quarter action. The Easter Bunny's here. My goodness. Getting early work in is the bunny down on the field. The bunny is being escorted. No, the bunny is handing out candy. They are handing out candy. Danny Waltman is going through his stretches. Boris Parno is getting his legs activated. 15 fresh minutes on the clock. Sockers 3, Tacoma 3. Game 2, Pacific Division Final with third quarter play-by-play. Here's Nate Amareo.
Thank you very much, Craig Elston. Good to be with you wherever and however you're watching this evening. All around these United States on 11 Sports USA and around the world via Twitch. Velez Escoto 3-0 Sockers. West McCluskey Nagel. Tacoma back on even terms at 3-3. That's the scoring this evening. We're underway with the second half, third quarter. These are the visitors in white with the blue and bright orange and gold trim, attacking from left to right on your screens. And the Sockers with the blue melting into gold, attacking from right to left on your screens here in this third period that is 12 seconds old, getting off to a bit of a choppy start there. Contreras, Donovan, Boyo, Cerda, and Eddie Velez. Goal! El Vaquero otra vez. All Tijuanenses on the score sheet for the Sockers tonight. Velez, as we're just letting you know who's out on the pitch to start the third quarter for San Diego. Velez saying, don't you forget about me. He bags his brace and the Sockers have a 4-3 lead.
Pulled out the pistols and fired El Vaquero, but how about the lovely ball over the top for Eddie to run onto, and then he's in on Waltman, no mistake. The 37-year-old veteran from Tijuana has put the Sockers, just as he did in the first quarter, up by 1, but this time minutes earlier.
Guerrero Pino knocking that one away from Nick Pereira, and a lung-busting run up that right side. It's all the way back to Danny Waltman. The Sockers with their first goal since the first quarter. It was Escoto making the score 3-0. Tacoma came roaring back. Seesaw battle tonight. Lots of peaks, lots of valleys. And right now, it's the Sockers on the ascent with momentum at their backs. The wild winds of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. Blowing a cool tune for San Diego after the first minute of this third quarter. Lovely stuff from Leo. Joga bonito. Brian Farber works it. I think he was trying to work it back to either Guerrero Pino or Brandon Escoto. It ended up rolling all the way back to Boris Pardo, goalkeeper from Queens, New York. Over to Travi P. Pittman was involved in a few physical tussles in that first half. Took a nasty foul from Joseph Kyrell back in the second quarter. And just as we're talking about that, way away from the play, Pittman actually took a spill there, knocked to the ground, and now Pittman's going to receive this pass. The defender on his back, knocks it off the wall. The defender on him there was Greenfield. Tacoma's going to get the ball back with Kyrell. 13 minutes and change left here in the third quarter. Tacoma shooting themselves in the foot early on. Credit to the Sockers for coming out with a purpose. After a bit of a lapse, they're going ahead 3-0. Allowing Tacoma to come back into this game. Credit to the visitors for weathering the storm when they were down 3-0. Could have been 4, could have been 5. McCluskey bashes it across off the boards. This one's going to come all the way back to the point now. De Silva.
Good effort by Pino.
Donovan closing down there on De Silva now on this near side. Lamar Nagel. Nagel into the center. Chance for Tacoma. This one is just scuffed miserably high and wide up into the netting. Not sure if that was a cross or a shot or something in between. It'll end up with a restart for San Diego to be taken in that corner by Cesar Cerdo, almost given away. Boris Pardo just has to clear his lines and let Taylor Bond give chase. Bond does so. Bond wins it brilliantly. Bond still taking contact, and eventually the foul whistled against Nagel.
Congrats to the Milwaukee Wave, the first team to advance in the Ron Newman Cup Championships, running away late from Kansas City for a 10-3 win. And also today, Utica City FC goes into Baltimore and scores a 12-9 victory to take a leg up going into Monday night.
Big result that was for Utica City. It's the reigning champion, Baltimore Blast. 3-time reigning champion, Baltimore Blast. It'll be an uphill battle for the Blast to get back to the Ron Newman Cup final. The Utica City side.
Huge challenge by Contreras on Nagel.
Nagel a bit shaken up there as he jogs back to the bench. So Bobby Cressy blesses us with the organ sounds, as he has all night and all season long here inside this grand old arena and Ron Newman Field down below us. Look out here. Ramos spinning through.
Great tackle, Cox.
Look out here. Rafael Cox works it in. It's going to come back to Cox. Cox just high. It was always rising. You saw what Cox was going for there.
And you also saw what Brian Farber did, which was lay down in front of the shot path for any low shot or toe poke, forcing him into the full leg swing, which led him high. The little things make the biggest difference.
Pardo gets us back underway. Rolls out to Escoto. Escoto's got a brace tonight, as does Eddie Velez. Those the Soccer's goal scorers. For Tacoma, West, McCluskey, and Nagel. Leo. Brasileño down there tries to feed in to another Tijuanense, Christian Gutierrez. Tacoma do a good job clearing their lines, and Kyrell with a sneaky jump off the bench.
Nice
Lovely
move.
touch through by Ramos. Ramos tries to find Kyrell. Kyrell off the wall. Just wouldn't come to him the way he wanted to. It was a great run off the bench there. Hopping onto the pitch and immediately breaking away into open space, saying, play me, play me. Came to him just a little bit later than he would have liked. Kyrell, the half chance really in the end of it. 10:45 left here in this third quarter. Pereira looking for the 1-2. Instead, the turn and the blast just wide off the foot of Michael Ramos. Back to Kyrell. Good spell here from Tacoma.
Yes.
Jonathan Greenfield in the Soccer's half, just barely. Kyrell presses forward across the Soccer Loco logo. Pereira on these near side boards. Decent clip to that back post side there, but Boris Pardo on the spot comes out to collect.
Look at the confidence of Escoto.
Puts Escoto to the floor. That confidence that broadcasting colleague Craig Elston speaks of. Just growing by the day, seemingly, for Brandon Escoto. Many people throwing his name into that discussion of most valuable player in the Major Arena Soccer League for this 2018-19 season. What a season it's been around the league. And so many
Donovan.
strong candidates. Landon Donovan becoming a part of the MASL and back in February, and now committing his second foul of the night. After picking up his first blue card last week against Monterrey, just 19 seconds into the game. Landon has dished out a couple of fouls tonight. He's also taken the brunt of a couple of Tacoma challenges, drawn a couple of fouls of his own. Under 10 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. Played 5 minutes and change since the restart. The Sockers have the only goal here in this second half. Scored by Eddie Velez in the first minute of this third quarter. In the corner, Tacoma. Look out here. And Soniak, oh, that thing just snuck into a dangerous area. Now Landon Donovan has got to be calm, playing it back to Pino. Guerrero Pino sprays up. Solid ping action there. Rests perfectly in the end of it. Eddie Velez getting hassled down there.
Look who's it's McCluskey, and they help each other up.
Oh, look at that. Eddie Velez saying no hard feelings even against you. Helps McCluskey to his feet. And for the good sportsman, Velez. It's McCluskey's game. He knows what he's good at. He knows how to get under the skin of opponents, but it's more than just the physicality. McCluskey's got a goal tonight. And this is a one-goal game. The next goal, as we've said just a few times this season, it's going to be a huge one. Either a tie game or a 2-goal lead for San Diego. Guerrero Pino has it knocked away by McCluskey. Crucial intervention there by McCluskey. Bodies hitting the floor everywhere. McCluskey can actually jog to the bench now, along with his mate Antoniuk, as Danny Waltman plays short. All pass back to him. Farber charging in, and Waltman gets rid of it.
Now he's charging back.
Just soon enough, Farber trying to get back into position.
Remember when we talked about recovery? Look at what Farber's doing. Back to back for that man.
Nick Pereira off the wall. It's Tacoma. Slow things down here. Showing the patience, down by 1 goal. Rafael Cox. So much experience down there. Pereira trying to sneak forward, looking for something over the top. Here it comes. Pereira with Contreras on him. Nick Pereira juggling in the corner, drawing a few boos, a few smacks of the glass from Sockers fans. Nick Pereira off the wall, gets it into the center. And Segura gets it to Leo. Leo, decent ball up the pitch, trying to find Cesar Cerda. Waltman comes out off of Cerda, and it's going to roll harmlessly in the end of it. Back to Danny Waltman, who rolls out after a nice exhale. 7.5 minutes have elapsed here in this third quarter, 7.5 to go. Up the wall, off the foot, inadvertently really in the end of it there, of Pollo. Is that going to take us to a timeout? It is indeed. Your score with 7:23 left here in the third quarter. It's the Sockers 4, Tacoma Stars 3. We're back after these messages right here on 11 Sports USA and Twitch. Stay tuned.
The San Diego Sockers offer summer soccer camps, inviting you to learn from the pros. Run by camp directors Craig Giles and Raimundo Reza. Your kids can learn the elite skills that separate and define a player on the rise. Camps will take place June 17th to 20th at Sockers Indoor Center. Also Sportsplex Poway. Check it out, sdsockers.com.
His name is Craig Elston. My name is Nate Abaurrea. You got it locked to 11 Sports USA and Twitch. Wherever and however you're watching. Pleasure and a privilege to be with you. Bringing you the excitement and the passion of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. Here's Christian Gutierrez charging forward off of the wall there with a bit of a funky ricochet. It's going to come down for Landon Donovan. Almost down to Christian, but a handball whistled against Pollo. Ruiz, who scored an absolute golazo. Just a thunderbolt against Monterrey last week. Big goal in that game. Ended up being the difference. The Sockers needed every last goal. Of course, Monterrey did come back to tie the game, but a big, big moment in that contest. That goal from Miram Ruiz last week. Ruiz hoping to get another one tonight. Great performance. Total football package last night in Tacoma from Ruiz as well. 6:40 left here in this third quarter. Focus on the present task at hand for these Sockers, and that is holding off this pesky Tacoma team, ink in their place putting the name down. Oh, this one's going to go up into the net. But making sure that the Sockers are the first team on the western side of things after Milwaukee secured their place in the conference finals. On the other side of North America in this tri-national league, the Sockers could be the first to do so out west. With a win tonight, no mini game. Of course, if Tacoma are to come back and win, it would go to the 15-minute mini game to decide everything, and the suspended Craig Childs and the suspended Philip Lund would then be eligible for that mini game. Sockers have no interest in that hypothetical becoming reality. Here's Leonardo de Oliveira. Sockers have a 1-goal lead, trying to build on it. 5:50 left. Pino back in the lineup for San Diego. Such a welcomed addition. Welcome return. Pino, near that Kaiser Permanente logo, just below us. Ruiz patiently waits for things to space out. Plays it down into the corner, and Leo. Leonardo de Oliveira. Leo, back to Boyle. Ruiz tries to clip forward to Leo. There's not a lot of space down there. Look who it is. McCluskey fighting through contact. Nothing new there. Launched forward. Pino's going to go into the tough challenge with Antoniuk and come out on top of it. Won the battle, but picking up the pieces, the Tacoma Stars, all the way back to Danny Waltman now. Long ball. Back to this near side. Is it going to stay in play? It will, thanks to a brilliant effort down there from Raphael Cox. And the shot eventually goes high there from Lamar Nagel, as our good friend Bobby Cressy gives me the obligatory Depeche Mode on the organ. Quick one, but a good one. We just can't get enough. 10 minutes and 1 second gone here in this third quarter. Just under 5 minutes to go. A good third quarter, not a great one for San Diego. 3-3 the halftime score after the Sockers led 3-0 early on. 3-3 at halftime. And in the first minute of this third quarter, Eddie Velez banging one home on a ball straight over the top. Great finish for Eddie, his second goal of the night. Escoto also has 2. Those are all your Sockers goal scorers in this game thus far. And here is Eddie Velez, very much getting a little extra playing time tonight up top in the absence of Craig Childs, and he's taken full advantage. El Vaquero, a couple of cowboy dances to go with a couple of fine goals. And ultimately, the only thing Eddie Velez is interested in is getting a win for the Sockers, helping his team progress to the next round of these playoffs. Look down below us and we see Ramos. Ramos battling down there with Eddie Velez, and Eddie Velez wins it, still going at it with Ramos. Ramos wins it right back. Ramos pokes through the legs of Cerda, but a little bit out of control in the end of it. Sockers give it away though. Kyrell drives one. Kyrell just high, chested down by Pino. Pittman has got to clear his lines, does so calmly. Crossfield to Cerda off the foot of Velez. 3:40 left here. Cerda tries to feed into Bond off the bench. Just couldn't get it to him. Too many bodies in the way. Pereira battling with Landon Donovan. 2 former U.S. internationals. One on the beach, one at the World Cup. This one's going to maybe fall for Taylor Bond. He backs out of the challenge there at the end with Ramos. Ramos had a full head of steam going into that one. This quarter is wound down rather quickly since that wild opening. The Sockers getting that goal courtesy of Velez. No scoring since then. A foul certainly there against McCluskey as Pino is taken to the floor. "12 minutes gone, 3 to go here in the third quarter. Pride of Queens, New York, Boris Porto at his own red line. Bombs forward, trying to find Taylor Bond. Taylor Bond. Taylor Bond. Cerda. Raimundo. Back to Bond. Donovan making a run towards goal. Back to Raimundo. Contreras. Escoto saying, let's back this thing up and start over. And let's do it through me. Here comes Brendan Escoto. Escoto double teamed immediately though. Probably gonna have to get off this thing eventually, someday, maybe, or not. Escoto off the wall to himself. Brandon Escoto, still Brandon Escoto. Eventually, Brandon Escoto is going to pass the ball to Leonardo de Oliveira. Leo just trapped all sorts of twigs and trees, and it's Brandon Escoto. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining. Escoto is just saying, 12 players on the pitch? No, there's just one, number 19. That was actually good stuff there from Escoto, holding possession. Leo, not on the same page there with Ruiz. It's back with Waltman. Pressure continues from Iram, and just boom, clear kind of frantically. Soccer's saying, oh, you want to change lines? Let's go. Now, Sockers are actually going to get a change of their own. Thought they were going to pounce there for a second. Ruiz plays into Farber. Farber tucked down in the corner, coming up on 90 seconds left. Farber hacked. Foul, just the common foul. And a free kick to San Diego. The foul against the former Seattle Sounder Lamar Nagel. Ruiz.
Miter for tonight's match balls.
Contreras hits that Miter match ball, and it deflects off of McCluskey and into the netting. And the Sockers will have it on the restart.
The MASL podcast comes out weekly to bring you the sights and sounds of the Major Arena Soccer League. Find it on iTunes and Spreaker.
Segura takes. Low drive. What a save by Danny Waltman. Leo thought he had his name up in lights for the first time tonight. Waltman sprawling out to his right. Now look out here as it goes right under the foot of Nagel. Had Nagel been able to direct that at goal, it could have been 4-4. McCluskey tries to put it on goal, instead puts it well wide. Bit of a toe poke shot there from McCluskey. Flicked forward by Landon to Brandon. Escoto on the left foot. Drives low. Almost creeps through Danny Waltman. Exhale Danny Waltman. Almost under him. Almost blooper reel. Waltman saying, nah, I got my friend the wall behind me. Escoto almost snuck that one in their post. Back now for Tacoma. Cox. Pereira, Nick Pereira, que golazo! Goal! Delectable, delightful, beautiful. 4-all Nick Pereira, player coach, he can do it all. Chips it up and over a sliding Pardo with the left foot. 50 seconds left here in the third quarter, 4-4.
But the one he'll tell his grandkids about was sending Donovan to the carpet, working right around the greatest U.S. soccer player in history, leaving him in the dust, and then beating Pardo for the tie. Wow, what a moment. This thing is not over. First, Waltman showing how it came so close. We've got Eddie Velez in discussion with Ryan Sigich downstairs. Not sure what's going on there, but Velez is pretty upset.
Well, now a thumbs up from Eddie Velez, and now the square of VAR variety.
Video review is what is being called.
Just haven't had enough of this in the world lately.
Well, what are we reviewing? I mean, goal, no goal, pretty much went in the net.
Be a handball against Pereira when he brought it down initially.
Well, maybe we can see what we need to see.
Try to get a look at this here.
Meanwhile, downstairs, our crew's put to the challenge because Ryan Sigich needs to be able to see video review downstairs.
So 50 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. For the time being, it's 4-4. And we'll see right here. No, I'm not sure what exactly could be called there. It was someone was pleading something about a handball, so it had to be before that. There's nothing wrong with anything Nick Pereira did there. He just simply broke the ankles of Landon Donovan and then chipped Boris Pardo. Talk about a double whammy. Getting by two of the big names in this league, in this soccer squad. And the officials are still looking something over, and I wish I could tell you, you watching at home, wherever you got this thing dialed in, wish I could tell you exactly what they were looking at down there. And we still have not
whatever it was, it's nothing.
Had this thing.
Oh,
we've just gotten word from our production team. They were looking at too many men potentially on the field there for Tacoma, and upon review, no such infraction committed.
Okay, that's the other thing. As we're watching, saying, what should we look for? That's the one thing we weren't looking for, was counting players.
And that's why we've got our fabulous production staff here.
Wow, missed kick.
This one's out. Restart for Tacoma. So after that little lull and delay there, we get to just verify. Que golazo, Nick Pereira. Oh, off the referee. Kyrell, 16 on 16. Seeing Velez Exchange a little hand slap. 39 seconds left. Said it was a good quarter for the Sockers. Kind of a wash right now. 4-all. Will that change before the end of this third period? The Sockers have a 5 next to their crest before the horn sounds. Headed back to Gutierrez. Gutierrez nods it right back in, headed calmly into the hands of Danny Waltman by Michael Ramos. Waltman, bit of a line drive throw there, almost hitting the cutoff man, Danny Waltman. Gutierrez has it knocked away. Farber sent to the floor. 4 seconds left here. Farber fouled in the center circle. Guerrero Pino is saying, everybody forward. Let's look for a flick. Love the look back to Phil Salvaggio. Guerre saying, I'm taking it. We're going to look for a flick here. Drives it at goal, and it's just headed out by Nick Pereira. And that is going to do it for the third quarter. 45 minutes in the books. 15 to go here at Pechanga Arena, San Diego. This grand old arena on Ron Newman Field. On a spring evening in America's finest city, it's going to come down to the final quarter for the Sockers to progress to the conference finals here in this major Arena Soccer League campaign. 45 minutes gone, Sockers 4, Tacoma 4. Back with the fourth quarter after this on Twitch and 11 Sports USA.
No matter how well you provide for your family today, if you don't have life insurance, their future may be at risk. Why not help guarantee those you love $250,000 or more with life insurance through AIG Direct? Less than $14 a month buys a 40-year-old man a $250,000 term life policy. That's up to 3 times what you can get from other companies for the same price. Make the future more secure for those you love.
Call 1-800-723-8547.
Is your credit card debt driving you batty?
We're going up! Just like your credit card fees and interest rates. Always fear, the debt suckers are here.
One call to Consolidated Credit can get the debt suckers off your back. Consolidated Credit will lower your interest rates, consolidate your bills into one easy payment, and get you out of debt fast. Call Consolidated Credit and get your life back.
Call 800-207-4423. That's 800-207-4423.
Gear matters. Introducing the all-new 2019 Ford Ranger. It's the right gear with a terrain management system for this, a bash plate for that, an electronic locking rear differential for, yeah, this. Heading to the supermarket? Get any truck. Heading out here? Get the Ford Ranger. The only adventure gear built Ford tough.
Stay up to date with the latest San Diego Sockers announcements, player news, the latest deals and promotions, and the sights and sounds of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs by following the Sockers on social media. Like the San Diego Sockers page on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at San Diego Sockers. Again, that's on Twitter and Instagram at San Diego Sockers. 4-4 the score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Sockers jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Tacoma tied it at 3. 4-3 Sockers in the third quarter. 4-4 Tacoma tied it up courtesy of player coach Nick Pereira. Nate Abaurrea here with you on 11 Sports USA and Twitch. And to take you the rest of the way with the play-by-play, I give you, with great pleasure, Mr. Greg Elston.
Crowd waving their rally towels with the final 15 of regulation up on the board. Dan Antoniuk was signaling that attention was needed in the corner. Danny Waltman pointing into the stands right now. Oh, I see. One of the corner glass abutment had come off. And they're going to have to get this right because that's that sharp edge that could be very dangerous. So a little glass work to get things put back, and that didn't take any time at all. The great Rick Schloss, one of San Diego's most well-renowned veteran PR men, is in the house talking with a San Diego Union Tribune's Todd Leonard. Rick's wife of 30 years, Donna, passed away 2 days ago, battling long-time health issues. And we dedicate this fourth quarter to Donna and to Rick Schloss. 4-4 tie. If the Sockers prevail, the series is over. If Tacoma can outscore them this quarter, as that ball comes into Waltman, then a mini-game will follow. If it's still tied after 60 minutes, we play overtime before any mini-game. Cerda. Leo. Meg Keats, but no one there, and him not in stride to take advantage. De Silva now on the run. Pablo. 2 steps. The cross! The goal! And the lead. It's Antoniuk tapping in back post. The Stars have come all the way back and lead for the first time tonight.
Oh, so cruel, this little nick that it took. The slightest of deflections put a couple of Sockers players, including Boris Pardo, just off balance enough for this one to get tapped home. Tacoma have their first lead of the night. All the way up, all by himself there, De Silva. And it was just an easy tap into the end, and we saw there that little deflection took it into the path of Antoniuk, and that's the easiest goal he's going to score all year.
Now, Contreras thought he could stand still and have that ball do what he wanted, and it did not. And the result is the Stars, a team that was extraordinarily emotional after last night's game, thought they were wronged, appealed this morning to get the Sockers star and captain suspended for this match. Philip Lund was also suspended, both teams losing a player for this match. Now the Stars, who were down 3-0 and then down 4-3, have come back to tie it. Pereira and now Antoniuk, 2 former Sockers, burning the club that brought them through.
Time to step up now for San Diego. Who's it going to be? Talked all about it in the pregame. The absence of Craig Childs.
That's where you need his leadership.
Well, these are the moments where Childs steps up. It's the moments where you've always been able to depend on Captain Fantastic to pop up with something special. Even if he's having a slow night, these are the times when he rises to the occasion almost every time. It's going to have to be someone else here.
The Sockers have won 22 straight matches, and they've done so in almost every imaginable way. Viscoto to the right foot. This could be a way. He heads to keep it in, and then he takes a hit, and then he's going to get back up. And there, didn't hear a whistle, and he got back up. Pino back to Escoto. Winning without Childs available has happened this year, of course, but in a playoff match. Here's the chance, left wanting for Bond. Donovan Gutierrez blocked. Bond needed to get that one and just couldn't get it there, and then Pino.
I feel like Bond was actually, Craig, I feel like Bond was leaving it for Landon Donovan.
You think so?
I feel like Landon Donovan actually called for it, and then, I mean, I suppose there's a bit of conjecture here, so I got to be careful, but from what I saw, it seemed like Donovan called off Bond and then didn't take the shot himself, and then elected to still pass.
Henson centers and kicked away by Pardo. 12:48 left. Sockers down 1.
Woo! Cerda taking a nasty shot there. Looked like from Nagel. And a late whistle there didn't come until Cerda turned back and screamed at the officials. Did you see that?
Well, one of the things when you talk about that 22-match winning streak, there's been a lot of comebacks in there. And I think we discussed that the last time the Sockers came back, you and I, Nate, that almost every one of those comebacks has had a Childs element to it, whether he started or finished it. No option there in Game 2 tonight. Bond stepping through and falling and drawing the call. Free kick for San Diego now. And Lamar Nagel draws his 3rd personal. One more would be a blue card. Got a whistle and a pause here. Maybe they're checking that foul count on Nagel. Pino says he thinks he's drawn a blue.
Pino seems very confident in this.
I just saw Sigurd say, "Are we sure?"
Well, an important moment right here in this match. Yeah, Pino's holding up 4 fingers.
Pino not only holding up 4 fingers there, but kind of flexing the 4 to really emphasize how many he's holding up there. A little exchange, good-hearted exchange with Pablo da Silva. This decision is going to ultimately come here, and it's going to be a big one. What's it going to be?
He's saying 3. Sigurd says 3, not 4.
Well, nice try, Guerrero Pino. I don't know exactly what to say here. Pino.
This is, but I counted 4.
Thought he had a better count. It was a count that would have been more advantageous for he and his team, but that number 3 verified.
Timeout. Called by the Sockers.
Timeout, San Diego.
Fans, make sure you're subscribed to the Sockers Weekly Podcast at Sockers Overtime. Join Nate and myself for recaps of the last week's games, interviews, insights, match previews. Sockers Overtime free, available wherever you can get podcasts. I mean, we've got Sockers Overtime disseminated through multiple streams. Apple Podcasts, Yahoo. If you've got an Android phone or an app or an iPhone, you just open your podcast app, or iHeart's radio app, the Mighty 1090 app, and Spreaker, Spotify. I mean, we're everywhere. Sockers Overtime. Subscribe to it today.
Good show. Good show.
We don't want to be doing our season review show Monday, Nate, but it's not impossible. Tacoma, the only team to have beaten San Diego this year, here, by a score of 5-4, have a 5-4 lead, and they have Danny Waltman to try and protect it. Can the Sockers, on these tired airport legs, Tacoma, same situation, can they conjure a regulation lead and not go into overtime? And the question can be called, Nate, can Landon Donovan come up with something in this 4th quarter to benefit his team and get a goal on the board?
It's a question that needs to be asked. Landon Donovan, now's the time to step up. See Escoto patting Landon on the back. A youngster giving one of the greats in the history of soccer in the Western Hemisphere a little motivation, saying we need you.
Donovan steps over. Segura brings it around. It's Leo. It's Segura tapping Landon in the corner, trying to feed it across the goal mouth. Landon recovers the ball, rolls it out to Leo. 5v5 action, 12-13 to play. Sockers down 1 after leading by 3 in the first quarter. And 1 at the 43-minute mark. The Scotos playing with the ball a lot tonight and showing off every ounce of that skill. Now he comes forward. Now he shoots off the wall, hoping for a Leo deflection. It comes back to Juras. Escoto steps over. Escoto's legs are fine. Cuts it to the middle. He was looking for Donovan. McCluskey will race out with the ball. Sent forward for Keats. Contreras sees the ball spin behind him. Plays to the feet of Pardo and across to Gutierrez. Donovan leaves it for Leo. Contreras. Donovan says he's ready for his shift in. Farber comes on. Gutierrez. Off the wall. To himself. Off the post. Farber crashing in. Couldn't find the rebound.
Oh, that was almost a thing from Christian Gutierrez. He knew every bit of what he was doing there, and he almost pulled it off. That was audacious.
Hiram Pollo Ruiz. Leo. Pollo. Leo Pollo. Cerda. Contreras as Pollo works back into frame. Under 11 on 11 Sports. 5-4 Tacoma. Into the middle. It's Farber sliding, looking for a feed that was just out in front of him and I thought was intended for Leo. Waltman just must punt. Under pressure, Cerda. Can the Sockers scramble this into something? Pollo. 10.5 to play. Cerda. As Bobby Cressy reminds us, in this playoff, you win or you die. Here is Pollo. Pollo back to Cerda. Leo skipping off Farber.
This one whams off the wall. Serta plays it down casually. Shot and blocked by Keats. Leo stepping again. Collision. Everyone's down. Ball's loose. Tacoma's got it. Under 10 to play. 50 minutes complete, and Tacoma has shown heart, resolve, determination. They've come back from 3-0 down. The mini game looms now as a possibility. The mini game starts to clear its throat in the tunnel. Rafael Conks. Here's Pablo. Long run for De Silva, which created a goal earlier in this match. Pressure shown. And in soccer's high pressure, which has helped them against Tacoma all year, helped them in the fourth quarter. Do they have the legs for it on the back-to-back from Washington to California? We know minute 51 did not help the Sockers one way or the other. And we're on to number 52. Pablo to Waltman. Well, Velez with 2 goals tonight pressuring. Serta. Pereira. He's got a goal and an assist. Pino. Pereira's there to take it away from Serta. It's Pablo and it is Pereira. Oh. Challenge! Serta! Serta! Oh my goodness, Waltman! Danny Waltman sliding to save the day and maybe keeps Tacoma's season going. Hansen wants to counter.
It was a great save, but if Serta could have just picked a little bit more of a corner, surely he scores there. Almost bringing the words out of your mouth before it actually happened there. You thought surely the Sockers were going to get back on even terms there. Waltman with a sensational save, take nothing away. But Serta knows he could have finished that one.
There's that pressure paying off. We were talking about it. And it was nearly, possibly, but not a goal. Here come the Sockers in transition. New players on the floor, including Bond, with Gonzalez with Leo. Here's another thing. Phil Salvaggio generally will tighten his bench in these circumstances and run everyone in twos, but with a possible minigame looming, dangerous thought. Escoto coming, cutting, Leo. Can he do it? Oh. Left-footed, just wide. Headed back to Escoto. Pino. Gonzalez takes a crack. Waltman is there. Timeout. We will take it with them on 11 Sports USA and streaming on Twitch at 11 Sports Next. 5-4 Tacoma with the lead fourth quarter. I think just reset the stakes. Okay. We're going to see this Danny Waltman save real quick and get you back to live action. This is the reason
Why Tacoma still have the lead right now. A sensational stop by Danny Waltman.
Here's Bond running on Pereira. Leo comes over to rescue the football. Both forwards on the floor at the same time now. Leo with 6:45 to play, down 1. And as you noted, Nate, that Waltman save. The difference between goal 5 and an equal score. Leo's now turning to the left again. Falling and drawing the foul, but not the car. From Johnson.
Throwing the foul. Card foul, just common foul.
Great chance to score from this left
This
wing
is huge.
angle.
This is huge.
You've got a left footer in Escoto. Do you want him over to the right? Yes, you do.
You got the deep end just pulling this one in right now. Doing everything they can over the top of Danny Waltman. Superman Danny Waltman. Who's it going to be here?
Cerda, Leo, block. Escoto looking for the slapper. Waltman in
It was
scrum.
Going down to ground there. I was putting everything on the line. Troy Peterson just went down to ground as you were heralding Brian Farber for doing earlier in this game. It was exactly the same thing there from Troy Peterson. Crucial block.
6'10", 6'11" as Pereira draws a foul. Not sure what his foul count is, but he's a guy who's going to be physical. Remember, Lamar Nagel has 3 fouls
look at the run.
for Seattle. Great run by Eddie.
Eddie Velez screaming for it. Contreras just never heard him, never saw him.
Under 6 to play in game 2. Sockers won last night 6-3, but this one is 5-4 Tacoma. And a mini game is starting to stretch its legs. Donovan says, where's the call? He's baffled, but the ball's in Waltman's grasp. There's a foul on Contreras.
I don't know about that.
Against McCluskey.
I don't know about that.
Make that dizzy Dan Antonio. One thing you must say about Tacoma, they've got size, more than any other club the Sockers face. Not one player of Latino descent on the Stars side. A lot of big Pacific Northwest guys, 6'1", 6'2". There's a bump, knocking over the wall. That's absolutely a foul on Hansen. As Chick Hearn would say, you could call it with Braille. Crowd getting loud. 5:38 to go. San Diego down 1. Escoto manhandled in the ball. That's McCluskey going to work. West now. Donovan on pursuit of Hansen. Ball came to Cerda. McCluskey chases it down. West controls. When the ball's on Tacoma's foot, they're in great shape right now. The Sockers running out of a gas tank to pressure. 5:10 to play, down 1, but they must. Waltman's long ball. Cerda, again looking for that little lift over the back. Hansen will chest it down. Ramos to Cox. Through the attempted pinch. Now the slide tackle by Donovan wins the ball. Escoto couldn't get to that one. It's out of play to San Diego. Under 5 to play, the final 5 minutes of the 4th quarter. Tacoma has 5 of the last 6 goals. That one whizzed by Eddie Velez's shoulder. He's trying to recover it with some hard work in the corner. Keats digs the ball out for the Stars. Somewhere in the tunnels right now, Craig Childs is getting loose, and so is Philip Lund. They don't want to play, but they might. Lund wants to play. Gutierrez. We've got a foul in the zone. Velez on the floor.
Keats called for it, Craig.
We're going to go top of the arc here. Must score. 4:20 left on 4:20. What can the Sockers twist up here on a free kick? Let's see what happened in the pull down. Pull down in the area. They're saying not an attack, otherwise that could be a penalty kick. But they've called the regular foul.
I love Keats and Velez still carrying on the argument with each other.
Cutting. The shot off the crossbar! Gutierrez denied twice in this half.
Oh, look out.
And now Ramos with a chance to run. Here's Michael Ramos. Here's Ramos. He stops. He starts. He keeps the ball alive. 4:04 to play.
What a save. What a save, Danny Waltman.
The Stars hoping to force a fifth quarter tonight. Not in this match, a separate match to win or lose the Pacific. Tacoma, the team with the most regulation losses in the playoffs this year. That deflected off Bond unhappily and off his head, and he goes down. That hit him square in the side of the head. Yikes. Big boys back up. Again, if Tacoma wins, an intermission-style break, and then a 15-minute match where, yes, new players can be selected out of the 20-man active playoff roster.
Oh, just straight off the
Pereira
side of the
right
dome
off
there
the
for
side of Bond's face.
Taylor Bond. Had to hit him right in the ear or two. A little ringing going on for Bond. Hopefully okay, and all the necessary concussion protocol has gone through. Bond looks to be all right. He's by himself now down at the end of the bench, hanging out with the Scotto and Farber now.
Pereira, Kyrell. If Tacoma wins, the pressure upon San Diego, almost unbelievable. Pino with a critical challenge of West as he danced to the top of the arc. Can Poyle run on this ball? No, the fresher legs of Kyrell come into play right there. The man who did not play last night had the burst to get that ball. 3:08 to go. Ball still in play, shoulder-to-shoulder contact. Foul on Pino. 3:05 to play. A 22-match win streak is certainly tertiary to the cause right here, but is also on the line. Waltman and headed out of play, top of the arc against San Diego.
Pino's trying to say he's getting nudged in the back there as he
critical moment.
heads that one. This is massive.
This could be the game for Tacoma.
I was going to say you could go as far as to say that, and it wouldn't be outlandish at all. Wouldn't be outlandish one bit to say this is the game right here.
Well, San Diego has not shown the legs in second and fourth quarters of this match tonight.
And how many
times
times?
As dangerous as you would expect.
How many times, Craig, did we talk about on the podcast the other day? Free kick defending for San Diego. It's been a weak point this year. Now's the time to ratchet it up.
Will it be West? Will it be Pereira? It's Pereira! He does it! Nick Pereira may have just put the Stars into the victory column and put the Sockers to a 15-minute period to decide a historic season. Pereira makes it 6-4.
It's Pereira again. It's these Tacoma Stars again. And defending free kicks continues to be a colossal issue for San Diego. There's not too many goalkeepers in this league who are going to stop that one. Pereira picking his spot, getting a whole lot of velocity behind it. 2:57 left. Sockers down by 2 goals without their captain at home against the only team that's beaten them this entire season. The team who's also lost 13 times, including last night. 12-12 on the regular season, 0-1 in the postseason. Tacoma, one of those 12 wins in the regular season, it came right here in this building against these very San Diego Sockers. And since then, well, the Sockers just went on a little win streak. They haven't lost since that night in December of 2018. 22 straight. And Tacoma just a few minutes away from putting an end to the streak. And look at this, sexto atacante time. 6th attacker is out. The pink jersey is on Iran Pollo Ruiz. Sockers are going for it. They got no choice.
What credit should be given to the Tacoma Stars for this, easily their best performance of the season in a game that mattered most? But can the Sockers find the answer? They are now with the extra man and no keeper. 6-4. They need not one but two now. They would have gone to 6 attackers in this spot at 5-4 as well. Now second ask. O'Neal. It's Leo down to Segura. Oh! Over the head of Brandon Segura, of Brandon Escoto, pardon me, who wanted to be 5'6" so badly. Segura. Donovan. Wide open Eddie. The ball to Eddie. Headed to Leo. To Escoto. He scores! That's one. Hat trick for Escoto. 6-5.
Escoto with the finish. I can't wait to see this replay here. Leonardo de Oliveira. I think he was actually trying to find Cerda down there. I beg your pardon. Cerda getting him twisted up there. Cerda trying to find Leo. Leo actually scuffs the shot, and Escoto picks up the pieces at the back post. What a moment that was. That header at the back post.
Pardo back in net, and if the Sockers can get possession and get north of midfield, Pardo will run off for Pollo, who's waiting on the bench.
Yeah, but how about this?
Escoto to Cerda. He's got Farber up the middle. Past Farber. Deflected off the leg of the defender. Greenfield.
Oh, Pardo's trying to get off.
Escoto holds the ball long enough. Pollo's on. The final 2 minutes.
Wow.
6-5 Tacoma. Here's Brandon Escoto. Crosses. Segura, Pollo. Donovan. Can land and create magic. Escoto, we know he can. Landon lets it through. Pollo off the post left, just wide. Segura. He gets the save. Waltman, one-handed. The denial.
Oh, look out.
Pollo chipped away. Could it be?
Oh, it's going wide.
Sends it wide.
It's going wide.
1:15 to play.
Change for Tacoma.
Two fresh defenders on Sockers keeper personnel.
Gordon McCluskey to be on the pitch right now.
It's Donovan. Sockers down one. Escoto across. Cleared out by Greenfield. Smart on the money. In the air, Segura. Final minute. 6-5. Donovan holds off McCluskey. Pollo, the sixth attacker. In the corner. Escoto with 3 tonight. Skips across. Segura blasted across back.
No handball.
42 seconds. It's Pollo. 40 seconds. It's Eddie in the air with Waltman. Ball's loose. Tacoma gets it. Pollo will chase it down with 34 seconds left. Segura. Leo's in traffic. Leo's turning into a double team wall. This one whizzed past Escoto. Donovan, 24. His shot's blocked out of play. Restart from the wall. 23.6. Donovan to Pollo. To Segura. Leo, 20 seconds and less. Now Segura with 15. The shot. He scores! He scores! 13.5 to play. Christian Segura has scored his biggest goal as a Socker.
Oh my goodness. Grand Old Arena come alive. Ron Newman Field, a pitch of sheer magic. The Sockers, with under 3 minutes remaining in this playoff contest, trailed 6-4. Escoto and now Segura, aided by a slight deflection here that did just enough to get it by Waltman. Waltman, who has been heroic and then some in this fourth quarter and really throughout this 2-game series. The deflection got it past Waltman, and the Sockers are even at 6 apiece.
10 seconds to overtime. Pino chips it out, headed back. Pardo says, look out for a funny hop, and we go to golden goal overtime as the Sockers scored 2 with 6 attackers. Are you kidding me? Timeout. Golden goal next. 11 Sports.
The right gear matters. Introducing the all-new 2019 Ford Ranger. It's the right gear with a terrain management system for this, a bash plate for that, an electronic locking rear differential for, yeah, this. Heading to the supermarket? Get any truck. Heading out here? Get the Ford Ranger. The only adventure gear built Ford tough.
My name is Blair Underwood. 3 years ago, I started taking Omega XL as a part of my daily healthy lifestyle routine. It's changed my life. I'm here to share my knowledge about this amazing supplement. Omega XL is a natural omega-3 product that is very effective at reducing pain due to inflammation. I rarely endorse any product, but Omega XL is different because it works.
Omega XL is effective at relieving pain and the symptoms of inflammation, including swelling, daily aches and pains, back pain, and swollen joints.
Oh, I'm not weighed down by the burden of pain. It's changed my life. Omega XL, it works.
Start taking this product and you're going to be really happy with the results.
When you're in pain, that's all you can think of.
Omega XL offers a 90-day money-back guarantee from the date of your first order. Call now and you'll receive a bottle of Omega XL absolutely free with your first order.
You don't have to accept living a life with pain.
Call now or visit us on the web.
Minutes could not decide Game 2 of the MASL Ron Newman Cup Playoffs Pacific Division Final. The Sockers winners last night 6-3, trailing 6-4 with under 3 minutes to play tonight. Scored twice with the sixth attacker, Christian Segura, with 14 seconds left. And now a 10-minute golden goal overtime. They put 15 on the clock. That's incorrect. It should be 10. Pardon me, I take it back. We're in the playoffs. There's no shootout to come. They do put the 15 up. But the next goal decides it. If the Sockers score that goal, the team that is 5-0 in golden goal this year, then this series is over and the Sockers are on to the Western Conference Final. If Tacoma finds the next goal, we'll have a 10-minute break and a 15-minute Game 3. Any stakes for you? Sockers left to right, attacking the deep end. Tacoma right to left. The whistle sounds. It's golden goal overtime in Game 2. And quickly, the Sockers gain possession on an errant ball up the bench wall. Boris Pardo.
Just an eerie hush descending over Pechanga Arena, San Diego.
Cerda. It's Contreras. We've got a whistle away. And I think it was, Sigic blew the ball, blew the play dead. He's staring up in the air, and I don't know what he's looking at. Something involving the scoreboard, maybe underneath that we couldn't see. I have no idea what just happened, friends. Ah, that's what it was. Okay, well, you know what, Nate?
I'm here for you.
It's a 10-minute golden goal overtime. I knew that, and then they put 15 up, and I thought I didn't know something. And it turns out Daddy was right all along. That's what I try and tell my son.
I'm here to help without even saying a word.
Pardo. 10-minute golden goal overtime. Minute 1 underway with Eddie with 2 goals tonight. He scored early in the first and third. Can he score early in the fifth? Contreras. Turning. Velez' volley off the wall, banging and bouncing. Still has the ball. Back out up top to Cerda. First minute gone of overtime. Escoto crosses way over Eddie's head, over Contreras' shoulder and down to Taylor Bond, just like they drew it up. Cerda had the biggest golden goal of the season down in Monterrey to win a 7-6 match. This one is 6-6. Cerda with 2 last night. Leo So much hard work tonight as the target, and a couple assists for it. The team assist leader, Leo, turning, chance, shot blocked in the air by Da Silva. Bond into Waltman's grasp.
The heck was that? Taylor Bond. Oh my.
Oh, halfway on the line, but not over. Cerda chips, high. Waltman grabs.
Oh, wow. Living dangerously, and look out at the other end.
It's Pereira. Pereira on the wall with Contreras. 8 minutes to play in overtime. Pereira.
What a tackle.
Great tackle, Contreras.
Counter.
Leo.
Beautiful.
They spread out. Greenfield got there with the ball to Escoto, had to stop it. Dances and 3 come to him. Couldn't get it back to Bond on the back wall, but I don't know if the passing lane was there.
Just a casual triple team, you know.
They know who to stop. Cerda. Landon Donovan has no points tonight for the first time so far in his career, but he's still got a chance to get one.
Could be a pretty big one.
Donovan to Pino. Donovan wants the return pass.
Oh.
Got a touch. Donovan looks forward in the corner. Landon Donovan working along the northern wall and sending it back to Cesar Cerda. Touches it back, it's Pino. Wide all the way. Cut down. Leo through traffic. Leo leaves it. Pollo! Too high.
Could already feel the deep end jumping as that one left Pollo's foot, but immediately rises high and into that netting above the glass. A wild 3 minutes to start this overtime period, still even.
Pereira heads this one over the back, but Pardo's there. 3rd minute of overtime gone. It's Pino. Iran Pollo Ruiz assisted on the equalizer as a 6th attacker. Leo with the soul rolls to try and work to the middle. Drops it back, Pino on right flank. 6:32 left in this golden goal overtime. Pollo. Gutierrez. Pollo. It's Pino this time. Pino with McCluskey. Pino driving to his right foot. Pino shooting! Diving save! Danny Waltman! Headed back to Waltman. Throws the counter. Ramos is the man he wants. This ball hopped over the low wall and thankful for San Diego.
That was a tricky one there for Pollo. What a save again by Danny Waltman. Have we said that tonight?
More than once. 6 left in overtime. Pardo can distribute far. Across the red line. Leo heads it back. Gutierrez runs it down. Leo exchanges. Leonardo de Oliveira. Back to Gutierrez, who's just missed a couple times tonight. Pino sends it over for Bond in the corner. Sigic has to get out of the way, the official. Ball hopped over McCluskey's shoulder. Good news for Tacoma. Dropped to a knee to
McCluskey
poke it to
just got the knee to that.
Here's Ramos on the run with Pino. Ramos kicked back by Pollo. Well done. Defensive support.
It's really been all Sockers here in this overtime period. Tacoma just being safe. Waltman's made a couple of huge saves as well.
Cerda's back on the floor. Here comes Cesar Cerda. To the middle to Leo. Leo turns and draws a double team. Steps and pokes it back out. Keeps possession. Contreras to Cerda.
And that was big. Leo just maintaining. Landon creeping down towards the goal.
On the far post. Poked back. Halfway through overtime. We haven't seen Soccer's overtimes generally go this long. Donovan trying to send it through. Escoto off the sidewall. Run down Rafael Cox. Pardo can recover the ball. 4:38 to go in overtime. A very nervous crowd. Contreras turning. Little space to the top. It's Raimundo Contreras. Diving save again!
It's Danny Waltman.
Cerda. His long try! But who else could it be?
It's Danny Waltman. It's Danny Waltman again and again and again saving his team's season.
Soccer's peppering the net right now. 4:06 left in OT, but now the ball's on Tacoma's foot. Kyrell back to Waltman. 6 minutes gone in overtime. It's Pereira to Nagel. Poked. Cerda. Nagel recovers. Velez gets a hand up, and the foul's called.
Yep, hand in the cookie jar there for Velez. He's up just a little bit high. Great stuff from Nagel there, holding on to the ball. Thought the Sockers might have an odd man rush the other way.
This is Pereira now in the corner. Nick Pereira stepping out, cutting back. Greenfield recovers the ball and gives it back to Pereira, who sends Kyrell on the south wall. Long shot, punched back. Escoto.
Don't blink.
Whizzes, and that's an easy call as well.
Escoto saying what? Come on, let's play on.
Yeah, I'm ready
the
to
one
go.
The one time Brandon hops back up to his feet. I love it. Kyrell definitely with the foul there, but the shot from Kyrell seconds prior, if that is to either side of the goal, it's in. And Boris Pardo never even sees it. And we're going to a mini game. Thankfully, that's right down the middle, and Pardo just almost like he's just protecting his own face. We'll see real quick on the replay and then get it back to live action, guys. So we see the foul there by Kyrell.
Hit it just wide! Eddie, almost the hero, Pino. Stepping through, bowling his way, shooting. Kicked save by Greenfield, the defender, with a blocked shot. Velez, who had Escoto momentarily back post. 3:06 in overtime. It's Pino. Kicked right back. Committed shot blocking. Cerda, Velez. Pino. Here's Taylor Bond back on the floor for San Diego. Wouldn't he love to mark this one? They all would. Pino, Bond, off the wall. Past Velez. He took one step too far for where the ball wound up. 2:35 to play. Cotton to change the stars. This one chipped off the wall. Escoto's trying to get it. And he shoots just wide to the left. Pino back to Brandon Escoto with a hat trick tonight. Escoto stepping. Leo, ball just a little wide for the perfect feed. 2:13 in overtime. Leo, the intensity, almost unbelievable. And the Sockers trying to keep calm and focus. Leo. Pino, too high. Went for glory. Keats under pressure, got it to McCluskey. Under 2 to go in golden goal. Oh, Donovan off the bench. Play on! What? What happened? What happened?
We never got a whistle, and Leonardo de Oliveira thought the play had stopped. Oh no. Oh, Leo. I'm 99% sure that's exactly what happened.
Oh my goodness. This is the chance. This is the shot. Wide! McCluskey over Pardo. Leo banging in the corner. Save! Rebound's loose. McCluskey. It's still in the corner. Minute 15 in golden goal. Ramos pressuring. Trying to get the ball out desperately. Here's the chance. Off the wall.
Counter.
Wide. Counter chance. Escoto with Donovan. Escoto right wing. Donovan left wing. Escoto to the middle. Escoto. Donovan. Save Waltman. Keep going, boys. Final minute of overtime.
Escoto's down and hurt. Escoto's hurt. Well, we're going to sort out what's going on here with Brandon Escoto, but this last save here, the kick save by Waltman, and then it bounces off his body, almost rolls over the line. He stops it. Going back, it's a couple of minutes, less than that actually. Landon Donovan was through on goal.
Yeah.
And
stopped,
thinking that a foul had been called.
Complained for the whistle that didn't come.
Leonardo de Oliveira, we're just going to see the replay again right now. Oh, the foul against Escoto there. And
just got put through the washing machine.
Yeah, that was brutal, and I really hope that Brandon's okay
Looks like he
right
got
now.
a hard kick to the thigh. That's what Paul Savage is working on.
And we're going to see this one more time here. Escoto. Oh, the challenge coming in full speed right there, and that's got to be something against Antoniuk because that's late. Definitely could have harmed the player, but score's still tied. We're still alive in this game. Leonardo de Oliveira, Donovan realized that play was still live. Everyone seemingly had stopped. Landon just centered it to Leo, and all Leo needed to do was tap into an empty net, and the game was over. And Leo just stopped and turned back, and nobody in the arena seemed to know what was going on. Again, I'm 99% sure But that's what happened there, that wild sequence a couple of minutes ago.
There's 46 seconds left in overtime.
Unreal.
Think of all the energy spent if Tacoma wins for this mini game.
Oh, mini games, even field.
Here's Contreras. Pino. 30 seconds. Leo. Leo on the move with Pablo. Leo spinning. Tried to get it across, but Pereira read that ball. Pino challenging and just taking it away from Nick Pereira, who pulls him down. The call. 16.2 left. In overtime, number 1.
This has been a long, long night, and we might not be over yet. 5 fouls on Pereira.
Yeah, one more doesn't just count as a blue. It would be he can't play anymore. Timeout San Diego with 16.2 seconds left to play. What a match. One of the matches of the year, as we see a very clear foul.
There was a frustration foul there by Pereira after he thought he should have received a whistle. He just kind of reached out with both arms there to get Pino. 6-pack for both sides. Which team will net that magnificent 7th? That's all that either side wants right now. A 7-6 W. It would end one of the nights of the season if that 7th is scored by San Diego. And as we've alluded to again and again, if Tacoma were to net the golden goal, mini game. We'd be mini game bound on a night that's already been one of the longest nights of the year, one of the wildest nights of the year, one of the most competitive nights of the year. We'd still have another 15 minutes of arena soccer to play with everything, literally everything, on the line. Chance for the Sockers still to prevent that.
Waltman's got to be thanking his lucky stars. The Donovan Leo situation is the end of the game. I truly believe that a whistle could have been called, and in fact that there must have been a whistle, and obviously Leo thought that too, but somewhat mystifying, and we hope it'll be consigned to the dustbin of memory if the Sockers can find a way to pull the result tonight.
Now, making that a moot point is the personal motivation for Leonardo de Oliveira right now, and Landon Donovan as well. Escoto.
That was deflected off Antoniuk, and there's 12 seconds to go. Eddie, back to Contreras. Goes for glory, but that's had one destination all night, which is the high netting. And now, winning in this overtime period, unlikely at best, barring something weird here. Waltman wants the last glorious moment. Headed instead Pino. There's 2 seconds. Keats does not know, and that will bring the horn to end overtime number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The score at the end of overtime remains Tacoma Stars 6, San Diego Sockers 6. Final shots on goal for the overtime period for San Diego 6 for a game total of 26. For Tacoma 4 for a game total of 22. With the score still tied at the end of overtime in game 2, we are heading to a shootout.
Well, this is why we brought up the PA, because I did not believe shootouts came in playoff, but I guess they do.
Since this is the postseason, we will have another 10-minute period.
Thank you.
For goodness sake, Alan McClurg.
Timeout. Double overtime next.
The right gear matters. Introducing the all-new 2019 Ford Ranger. It's the right gear with a terrain management system for this, a bash plate for that, an electronic locking rear differential for, yeah, this. Heading to the supermarket? Get any truck. Heading out here? Get the Ford Ranger. The only adventure gear built Ford tough.
My name is Blair Underwood. 3 years ago, I started taking Omega XL as a part of my daily healthy lifestyle routine. It's changed my life. I'm here to share my knowledge about this amazing supplement. Omega XL is a natural omega-3 product that is very effective at reducing pain due to inflammation. I rarely endorse any product, but Omega XL is different because it works.
Omega XL is effective at relieving pain and the symptoms of inflammation, including swelling, daily aches and pains, back pain, and swollen joints.
Oh, I'm not weighed down by the burden of pain. It's changed my life. Omega XL, it works.
Start taking this product and you're going to be really happy with the results.
When you're in pain, that's all you can think of.
Omega XL offers a 90-day money-back guarantee from the date of your first order. Call now and you'll receive a bottle of Omega XL absolutely free with your first order.
You don't have to accept living a life with pain.
Call now or visit us on the web.
Tied after one quarter, tied after two, or pardon me, tied after 2 quarters, 3 and 4, and now 5. We go to period 6 at Pechanga Arena. Double overtime, Golden Goal maintains another fresh 10 on the clock, and the stakes remain the same. Sockers win, series over. Stars win, and we keep playing tonight. After a 10-minute break, a 15-minute game to decide the series. My goodness, the stakes. We reverse sides. Sockers go right to left for the first time in 3 quarters. Contreras to Cerda. Boris Pardo. This is Leo. Brought it down. Shoulder extended. It's going to creep back to Danny Walton. Waltman gives it a heave-ho. And Contreras got around Antoniak to get a touch there. Leo with Brandon on the run. This is behind Farber to retrieve. Farber picks up the loose change, and Cerda directs traffic. Opening minute of second overtime. Leo. Cerda. That one is deflected off Antoniak for a free kick. Personnel changes, including Segura, the 4th quarter hero. Donovan still wants to be a hero. Escoto and Gutierrez outside the Tijuanense. Hermosillo over the ball. Lifts it, Escoto. Back to Segura. Off the wall. Oh. And Gutierrez centers him up. 8:40 on the overtime clock. Next goal wins. Escoto says, somebody get in the middle. That's somebody, Donovan. Do what I say. Escoto says, clear out, basically. This is an ISO for me. Crosses over. Gutierrez, too high in the air. Juggled. Gets it back. Well played to keep possession. Sockers possessing in double overtime. Escoto stepping over, shooting too high.
Just tired legs in the end of it there. It's a little sloppy there from Escoto.
I think so. It's so rare you can see the burst diminish from Brandon. The 72nd minute is one of those times.
Coming up on 2 minutes gone in double overtime. Bears repeating. Not something we expected, to be quite honest, this evening. Double overtime.
Waltman to Pereira. Back heels. Bond crashing in on defense. Hansen trying to rescue the play for Tacoma. Pino came out with it. Careful! Oh. This one chested down by Pollo. Rolls the wall. Back to Tacoma. Pereira says, let's go. Ramos wants the ball. Pereira shoots right into Pardo.
I'm just thinking this has got to be the weirdest last few minutes in a long time for Craig Childs, who's waiting in the tunnel right now, watching all of this unfold, who would be eligible for the mini-game, but the suspension, that one-game suspension still stands, as we're still, believe it or not, we're still playing game 2 of this playoff series.
It's like, hang on, if we go triple overtime, can I play?
Nope. That is just a wild nuance within the narratives tonight.
Pino. Farber. And here's Cerda. 3rd minute gone, double OT. Leo turning. That shot blocked by a sprawling Greenfield. The veteran Greenfield battling in there. Cesar Cerda.
Just as we're talking about it, Craig Giles is standing right behind Danny Waltman's goal right now. Just caught a peek of the Sockers captain.
In full uniform, because he's got to be ready. Leo. So much work for Leo tonight. Cerda, 6:22 on the clock. Pino. At the top, Cesar Cerda. Sockers possessing. Trying to wear out the defenders. Leo. Trying to find a goal. Spinning ball for Cesar. Back to Iram Pollo Ruiz. 2 touches. Right-footed high. Over Farber's head.
Waltman had kind of a funky jump on that one. It was a tired moment for Danny there, but that been just a little bit lower. That might have crept in.
Cerda and Pino. Exchanging on the wall and back out, Brandon Escoto. Cuts it to Leo, who's just not going to stop tonight. Leo, Brandon Escoto. That was pretty. Donovan's trying to clog up the middle. Pino dragging in, left foot, off the wall, off of Leo's foot. A little bit past him.
Sockers fortunate there, that bounce. Getting pounced on by Cerda.
It's Escoto. This is Brandon trying to step out with the ball. This could be, it is. Defensive clearance. Can the Sockers win it on top of arc? This is a moment right here.
But nobody got their head taken off over there. Now with the 7th man, it's like everybody's all right. Keeping their eyes on the game at all times, as you always should.
Just spotted Childs and told him to go to the locker room.
Wow. Well, just as we're talking about it, Childs has been sent away. That's incredible.
Don't get suspended for game 3, Craig.
Right. And Waltman's yelling something back at Childs right now. This is just brilliant. This is comic book narrative stuff. The drama,
Segura
the theater.
Gets the crowd roaring.
Donovan with a chance to win it. Just didn't really get anything on that.
No, right into the block. Halfway through double overtime. There's never been a triple overtime in MASL playoff history. Escoto pulling with McCluskey, looking for possession. Leo's there.
He's carrying McCluskey.
He's been on the field for 6 straight minutes, Leo. Gutierrez chipping. Oh, deflected and back out.
Collect yourself, Ray. There you go.
Escoto back to Gu, missing Gutierrez. Pardo says, I got it. It's 4:23 to play in double overtime. Sockers are looking for their chance, looking for that good chance. Here comes Bond onto the field. Leo. Still Leo, and now Christian Gutierrez. Escoto wants to be the one. Stop and go move. Shot! Diving save. Waltman's still here, slow to get up, but he gets up. Conti, well played in the air. Bond challenging Kyrell from behind, wins possession back for San Diego. Big win by Taylor Bond. Forward come the Sockers again. Escoto around a tackle by Kyrell. Escoto on the half wall, staggering in, still through another slide tackle. Back heel, score! It's Eddie Velez! Sockers magic, and who does it? El Vaquero! The Tijuana veteran has pushed the Sockers into the West and their golden goal record to 6-0. And there's only one thing you can say. The Sockers are awesome.
Y que viva Tijuana. Que viva Tijuana. Que viva Tijuana. All the hard work done by Brandon Escoto.
16, Eddie Velez.
And the glory falling to El Vaquero.
By number 19, Brandon
As we see the replay here. Escoto fighting
Time
through.
of the goal, 6:25.
And El Vaquero.
The game-winning goal by
hammering
Velez
home
from Escoto at 6:25.
Making no mistake about it. El Vaquero getting the golden goal. Brilliant, just brilliant.
He was not gonna play. He was only in the lineup because Greg Childs was suspended for the match. But Eduardo scored first in the first half. Eduardo scored first in the second half. And Eduardo Velez scores last.
Hattie.
Melissa May will be downstairs with Eddie Velez shortly as the Sockers do it again.
Sockers magic in double overtime, Craig Elston.
Down 2, under 3 to play. Down 1 with 30 seconds left. Christian Segura scores with the 6th attacker with 14 seconds remaining. Nobody scores in overtime. And in double OT, it's Velez. This is truly one of the most memorable matches in the history of Major Arena Soccer League action.
Well, and you see it in the faces of some of these Tacoma players down below us right now. Just a gut-wrenching end to their season and a huge tip of the cap to everybody in that Tacoma Stars setup. As Melissa May has got the hero of the night ready to bring him to you here on 11 Sports.
Melissa with Eddie Velez.
Double overtime and a win. How do you feel right now, Eddie?
It's amazing. I mean, these people, it's just unbelievable. This is for my son. Today is his birthday. I mean, it's just amazing.
Is there anything you'd like to tell your fans this evening?
Thank you for all the support. You guys are awesome. I love San Diego, and I mean, you guys are the best. You guys are the best. Thank you very much for everything I mean, it's just unreal.
You're the Pacific Division champs, and you're moving on to the Western Conference Finals. How do you feel right now?
We gotta move on, right? I mean, it was a great game. It was a great series. We played good. They have a great team, and we knew that this wasn't gonna be easy. So we're gonna be facing another good team in the semifinal, and we have to be ready, right? I mean, we gotta enjoy this and move on.
Well, tonight was an absolute epic battle, and you came out on top. What does that say about this Sockers team?
I mean, it wasn't me. It was the whole team. I mean, we worked this together, and I could have done this without everyone. I mean, everything that was said, and we prepared our minds to win the game, and we came up with the W.
Eddie, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Woo! Let's go Sockers!
Thank you, Melissa. And how about that, Nate? I mean, buddy, I joked at the golf tournament after the regular season finale. I said to Phil Salvaggio, thank you so much for following my WWE scripts to the letter. And are you kidding me? It's the 37-year-old Velez, not targeted to play. Supposed to sit this one out, put into the lineup, scores twice, but the Sockers are down 2. He's down low in the child's spot. As 6th attacker Magic, 2 goals in the last 3 minutes. A very relieved Craig Childs getting some hugs on the floor. The most relieved man in Pechanga Arena, San Diego. And it's Eddie the hero at the end. 23 straight wins, 6 golden goal wins on the year. And every improbable comeback you can imagine. The conference final next Sunday, 8 days from today, 5 p.m., Sunday, April 28th. The Monterrey Flash were victorious 5-4 yesterday in Rio Grande Valley. They'll play an Easter evening match. Maybe it's on Monday. But either way, they're going to play soon. And Monterrey is in the catbird seat like the Sockers were tonight. And we'll see. And if it's the Flash, we'll be here. And if it's RGV, we'll be here too, Nate.
You're telling me that, when you left the house today, you're on your way to the arena, you weren't expecting double overtime with an Eddie Velez hat trick and golden goal? That wasn't right at the top of your prediction list?
Let's just see if we can. I don't know if you guys can work this quickly, the last three, the 6-5, 6-6, 7-6. If you could do that, that would be, I think, all we need to see. Look at the smiles in the house tonight.
And in all seriousness, Craig, I joke about anybody being able to expect what we saw
especially
tonight.
We need to see the game winner.
Eddie Velez, who right now is just soaking this in with the deep end. Beautiful sight with Eddie Velez getting blessed with a scarf, getting given a scarf by one of the members of the deep end. Beautiful stuff, and we're going to see the highlights, but the emotion pouring out of the face, the spirit, and the soul of Eddie Velez in that interview with our own Melissa May just a couple of minutes ago. That was one of my favorite moments of the season. The tears, the expressions, they say it all. The dedication to his family, the dedication to his loved ones on both sides of the border. You talk about football sin fronteras. You talk about bringing our cross-border community together. Eddie Velez doing so tonight.
This is the comeback. It started with Leo to Escoto to the roof. And that's the kind of scramble ball that Escoto can make magic
And
with.
that was Eddie, Craig, on that header back across the face of goal, not trying to direct that on goal and trying to take the glory. He knew the right thing to do there, and he did it.
This was the equalizer, the critical moment. Pollo to Segura, and perhaps a tiny deflection, but a short post beat of Waltman, which will haunt him tonight after so many brilliant saves.
Look at this. Look at this, though. Look at Landon Donovan, Escoto, Segura, and everybody
look
getting
at
up.
this run. One of the runs of the year. Brandon Escoto on gassed legs through three guys to Eddie. Unbelievable. Escoto did it, man.
No words.
Escoto did it.
No words, just pure appreciation. Eddie, Grace will fall there in the end.
7-6 San Diego. We want to say special thanks to our terrific TVX crew put to the test tonight, and all of our great viewers nationwide on 11 Sports. Technical director Luis Rubera, our director Andrew Leadham, our producer Randall the Slizzer. Slizzle in the hizzle. For Melissa May, for Nate Abarea. My name's Craig Elston. We thank you for your attention this evening on this Major Arena Soccer League production, and we will talk to you Sunday night. Gang, I got nothing left. Sockers are awesome. 7-6 double OT.